Oh, yeah. Welcome to another brand new episode of SEN Live here on the Schmodown Entertainment Network. And what do you know? It's Monday. Welcome to another brand new episode. It's been a few weeks. I can hear myself in the echo. It's been a few weeks and we are back. I am back hosting SEN Live. I'm excited to do this. Kristen's got a number of meetings today. He texted me over the weekend. He's like, Rocha, can I bring you back on Monday mornings to host SEN Live? I said, brother, don't even finish the sentence. I will be there. I'm excited to come back and host. I haven't been able to come on because, you know, him and Brett have a great chemistry that they're using to keep people happy and light during this time here with the coronavirus and the shutdowns and the delays and people getting furloughed and things of that nature. So you want to come and have a great time at SEN Live, and they have a great stuff that they've got great rapport, funny things going on. I mean, the Flirt and Flouse was born, all that stuff going on. But he asked me if I would step in today. So let's have some fun today. Let's have our own unique Monday style of fun here as we did in previous weeks here in 2020 on SEN Live. So let's get it going and let's meet the crew. Do I have Kate Mulligan on here yet or no? Yeah! How are you, Kate?
I'm so good. It's so good to see you, Johnny Rocha.
Me too. I'm excited to see you. When he said I'm going to bring the Monday crew back together, I was like,
it's all I care about is the Monday crew.
So where are you doing this from?
I'm just in a room of doors.
It's a little like a nightmare of mine before.
It's basically until we have a team belt to show off.
There you go. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
No, basically when the kids are asleep, I can do it in like a more colorful room. This is the guest bedroom. So there had been like a random, if I wasn't running, I run late even when I don't have to get in the car.
Yeah.
If I wasn't running late, I was going to print out a couple pictures of Brett and put them up because he hates this room. He hates this room. He doesn't like
It's an unsettling room.
And I know. I look like I'm in a panic room, which technically I am.
I would love it if it's a portal room where you open the door and it's a portal to a new dimension with each of the doors that you open. That would be a blast.
I'll tell you what I do. I'm actually happy that you introduced me first. I'm going to make you introduce someone else because I'm going to be real honest with you, John. I'm going to open one of those doors and go take my post-run shit.
What?
It just hit me. It just hit me.
Okay. All right. So you're going in now.
I'm going in now.
And you'll be back in a little bit.
Dock my pay for these 5. Oh, no.
Okay.
This is going to be a smooth operation.
Oh, it's 5. Respect.
Oh, not even. I mean, it's probably going to be 2.5. But I just want you guys to know I'm washing my hands enough. Okay?
Good to know.
I'll be back.
All right, Kate. Let's bring in Brett Sheridan while she's doing that.
Hey,
Brett Sheridan. What is happening, Brett?
What a way to leave a room. Goodness gracious. That's Kate for you right there. You're
coming from your sitting in front of your marital bed there in your bedroom. Talk to me. How are you doing, man? How was your weekend?
Pretty laid back. Did a lot of Animal Crossing with the kids, and didn't do much other than that. You know, some dishes, cooked a stew. You know,
right?
Just staying inside and being healthy. Hopefully.
Right on. What's the Imperial hat? What is that? Is that a
I think it's
brand?
A beer.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got like a little
nice
a bottle cap on the top there. Oh, I gave up that my hair's still the way it is. Lonnie asked me, when is that gonna go away exactly? I'm like,
honey, it was nice for like a week.
Boy, I've got a real like Lillian Gish glow going on right now.
Nice reference for our 70s and above, 70 and older crowd. I had the same thing, kind of. I had the girlfriend of shear the haircut in the shower over the weekend, or on Friday rather, because it was just getting too bushy. She's going to make some more adjustments in the top probably the next couple of days, but that's what we got going on there.
Before we did this, she was going to actually get some, watch a video, and I was going to let her just go for it.
At least your girl watched it. The lady watched the video. Mine just did it just because I'm going to figure it out as I go along. I'm like, all right, here we go. Don't forget, we have your Streamlabs. We have your super chats up. Ben Goddard is here with us. Ben, are you coming on the camera? What are you doing there?
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Show us that bushy hair of yours. You got it going on big time, don't you? Look at that thing.
Look at this.
Look at that.
And wow, this, the sides are growing in.
Oh yeah, the sides are crazy. I literally had a dream last night of getting. Look at this is what I usually wear for my streams, like this. It's going full Karate Kid.
Yeah, full soccer player from the 90s.
Yeah.
I love it. Look at that thing.
Yeah, real quick for everyone out there, guys. For some reason, again, I don't know why Streamlabs doesn't like StreamYards when it comes to super chats. So all your super chats are going to get shown up on screen. If we don't read them all aloud because we're like in the middle of talking about one TV character or another, we really apologize in advance, but they will all show up on screen.
Yeah.
So if I see one in the chat, I'll highlight it just like this, just like Joe's, like that. But if we don't get to it, I really apologize. But send in your TV characters, streamlabs.com/schmodown. Send them in for us. We've got like 3 or 4 for you guys. Kate's still taking her dump, but yeah. Back to
Yeah, as Ben Goddard said, we are going to be talking about our 3 or 4 favorite TV characters here on the show today. And they're probably going in numerous different directions, of course, with you all chiming in with your Streamlabs and your Super Chats. I'm sure you're going to have your own opinions on this. And do we have RB3 on camera roll around? Is he available?
We do.
Boom!
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
It is the Monday crew officially. What's going down, my man?
Nothing much. I'm just here at home, chilling, relaxing. I got my hair, a little trimmed up too on the side.
Oh, I see it.
The top is still going, though. The top is still going.
Right? Yeah, you get it, right? The top is the toughest part. Like the sides are easy. The top, fresh from her dump. There it is.
It was a good one. It was a good one. RB3, I haven't seen you in so long.
I know, it's been like forever, Kay. I can't believe
my
it.
Goodness, look at your hair.
Right?
Right? I need to step my game up.
Why is your hair better in quarantine? Well, you and Brett have better hair in quarantine.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's very true.
Brett, we were talking about it yesterday, Brett. You actually look good with that tuft.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
The tuft?
I'm all about this, Kate, and I just want to point something out. Your mic is a little low. So if you would
There you go.
Is that better? Is that
Oh,
better?
yeah. See?
Oh, there it is. Perfect.
I have the box. I just
While you were
forgot.
gone, I was adjusting my camera a lot
Oh,
more.
You are.
Listen, I'll tell you what. If you guys want to see OCD in action, try and do a show with Brett. He's like, that's why he hates this room so much. It
I
really
would
bothers him that I'm in Room of Doors.
It's a portal, all the portals to hell. RB, talk to me. What'd you do this weekend, man? Did you see anything, catch anything, work on anything? What were you doing this weekend?
This weekend, I didn't really do much this weekend. Yeah,
Okay.
It's all just kind of like blending together, honestly. So yeah,
Monday is a Sunday, a Friday is a Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's just, it all feels the same, doesn't it now?
no, literally. Only thing I got to look forward to these days is the Last Dance. Every Sunday on ESPN. I'm glued to my seat every time we get to Sunday at 6:00. That's the thing I'm most excited about right now.
We got to find a way to get Dennis Rodman on SEN Live. That would be the Jean-Claude Van Damme episode that we had with Collider Live. That would be the Van Damme episode if you get Dennis Rodman on here, because Lord knows, who knows what direction he'd go in. Seems like a pretty cool dude with a lot of stories. But shout out. Yeah,
Can we live stream to North Korea? Can we do that?
Yeah, will he let us know how Kim Jong is doing?
He could update us on the condition of Kim Jong-un, couldn't he?
Right?
Yeah.
You guys,
He's probably by his bedside right now.
They're probably watching his episode of Last Dance right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Kim, look at this. Look at this. Me. See up there.
Yeah, I thought it was so funny that they timed out his episode right when Kim Jong-un died. Like, that's probably one of the most funny, I don't know.
That's ESPN for you. They're
Right.
always thinking 10 steps ahead.
It's the greatest tragedy of my life that I don't have a way to watch the Jordan documentary.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't have ESPN?
We don't have telly.
Oh, you don't have telly. But
Yeah,
you've got a
no,
computer.
telly.
It'll be on a streaming service.
I know,
within
but
a month.
everybody knows how aggressive I've been about Jordan.
Yeah. Are you a Bulls fan? Is she a Bulls fan? Are you a Bulls
I'm
fan?
not currently a Bulls fan.
Right. But for Jordan, you were.
Oh,
Yeah,
I have a
right?
giant boner for Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you not?
That's
funny.
that was the basketball team of my youth, was like 93 through 96, right? 91.
98.
98.
91 to
There was
98.
there was like the 2 3-peats with the 2 years off in the middle. Whatever
Right.
those years were.
91
I
to
was
98.
I was a youth.
Oh, we're going with
Oh,
that with the story.
youth.
With the
I was a
storyline
youth.
that you were young in the 90s. We're going with that.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Okay.
Definitely was. Did Brett fall off his chair?
I think Brett, he didn't like those, did he?
Brett, the sound of that was really harsh, Brett. Could you just turn your mic down a bit?
I figured it out.
Will you just when you fall off your chair, Brett, will you just turn your mic down?
Madness.
Yeah, I gotta mute
man.
myself. I gotta mute myself.
Seeing behind it. This is backstage.
I'm just saying. This is backstage. Everybody take a drink.
Like we need to change the name of backstage to This Is Backstage.
I agree. I mean,
before
we're telling the
anybody-
truth here.
This Is Backstage is the new, with all due respect.
You're an asshole. With all due respect, you're an
With all
asshole.
due respect.
RB3, what's going? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
go ahead,
John.
Kate,
It's
what's going
your
on,
show.
RB3?
It's your show.
No, it's our show. Please.
RB3. What's going on with school for you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, I graduated already.
Wait,
So
when did that
yeah,
happen? Oh, I guess I missed that. I'm so sorry.
yeah. Well, I mean, I technically graduated last year, but I mean, it probably isn't. It's probably confusing for y'all because I had like one class that I had to take last semester.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one's done.
Yeah, that one
Oh.
was done. Yeah.
Fantastic.
All of
But,
us were there at the graduation, Kate.
yeah,
I don't know.
it was-
Why- it was great.
Wow.
I was invited.
Wow.
That's
Wow,
my
Kate.
invite. Maybe he didn't have my correct address. Maybe he had my.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
he
no,
missed
he
quota.
You just weren't told.
He
It's
just
okay.
weren't told.
You weren't told.
Just weren't told
Sort
about
of.
it.
Oh, was it sort of like how when quarantine started, Christian's like, I'm gonna do the show myself this week, and then the next thing we know, he and Brett have a show,
Right? Yeah. It must be
and
nice.
none of us have been told anything else. Rocha,
Oh
RB3.
yeah. I like
Ben-
it when
Ben
I
Goddard,
like when
back
Ben
me
and
up.
I like when Ben and I were going to have a show, and all of a sudden, oh no, Kate and
Brett
got a show. They're going to work it out on Patreon.
Yeah.
So it goes around and around, Kate.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
goes around and around.
By the way, we had just before started meeting about the show we were gonna do.
Yeah.
We had just started like 2 weeks before. When was that meeting that we had at Skybound, Brett?
7 years
Now
ago?
this is backstage,
years
guys.
ago.
This is backstage.
God, I mean, it was. I mean, again, like RB3,
I mean, it was
everything's
like
blending.
It was a couple weeks before quarantine started, wasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like,
Ben and I had hired Peter Bogdanovich already to direct the show, so we had
Yeah.
we had gotten that far.
you were
Oh
on.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
he needed.
Peter Bogdanovich.
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Out of it.
I mean, it's not like he's working all the time. We could have got Friedkin, but he was busy. We could have gotten Friedkin.
Yeah.
To be done. That'd be a good action. Anyway, today we're going to talk about our top 3 or 4 favorite TV characters from the history. There's so many decades of television. I saw someone throw in MASH. That's how old our audience can skew. So we got a lot of choices for sure to talk about. How are we going to do this, Ben? Are we going to have them go one by one? Are we going to do super chats and Streamlabs first? What are we doing?
Let's do one round of ours, and then we'll get into Streamlabs and super chats, guys. So
Okay.
make sure you guys are sending them in. Streamlabs.com/the Get your favorite TV characters in either through Streamlabs or super chat.
Yeah.
Up to you guys. Put the link in the chat right there. But yeah, John, you want to start us off real quick?
Yeah, sure. And don't be lighting in the pocket there. Come on, send some stuff in just because it's quarantine.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't help us out here. Stay alive on SEN. For
Listen,
God's sakes.
hey.
And I've got a Patreon too.
Rocha.
If you're donating, I got a
Oh
Patreon
my
too.
God,
Shout out.
Rocha.
But
Rocha, listen, you know what you're getting with Rocha.
it's true.
You never have to guess.
That's right.
If he doesn't like you, you will know.
You'll
if
know.
he wants
Oh,
your
yeah.
money, he's gonna say it.
Hey,
I don't-
okay.
Oh,
In
there
the
you go.
chat, that's for you.
Oh,
In July,
In July.
I mean, listen, I can wait, I guess.
I'll get you my pass. You can get in. I'll get you my pass. I'll send you my stuff. You can watch it on your computer as an app. Real quick.
Oh, FBI got Rocha. Damn it.
Oh no! There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Shout out to Paul Denuzio who put in. Rocha was young in the '90s too, the 1890s. Shout out to Paul
Ooh.
Denuzio for that one. I like that's a good one.
Oh.
That was a good one. Still look younger than you, Paul, though. All right. So anyway, I will start with my first character, and that has to be. I think it has to be just to make. I don't know. I might take Kate's choice though. I'm gonna take Omar from The Wire. That is my character. So- because.
Looking like Cuba Gooding Jr. Voice to the hood.
Oh my God. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I think this is a live look into Joker's mom in the mental health.
All I had was a Peroni can and an empty margarita glass. In case anybody was wondering how last night went.
The scissors bit was the best. The scissors bit was the best.
Just that's all I got. It's like I've wrapped my kids' friends' gifts.
Anyway, yeah, Omar is the one. Omar was, I recently became a convert to The Wire thanks to my relationship, and I have gone back and watched the episodes and scenes with him so many times because, man, Michael K. Williams, just such incredible stuff that he did with that character and the surprise of it all. I don't know if we can spoil him as a 20-year-old, I don't want to spoil it, but like people still discovering, but what happens to his character, you're just like, what? No! And so all of it, and then the changes and the way he eludes people throughout, and he's just so smooth. And a gay character in this time in television, and no one made a big deal about it because they thought Michael might show up at their house if they said anything incorrect about him. That was so just incredible. Whenever other shows are making a big deal about the fact of having gay main characters, nobody said anything about Michael Kenneth Williams being gay, like Omar being gay, because they knew this was a strong character you could enjoy, and it was almost irrelevant that he was gay. It was about the fact that he was just doing his thing. And some great quotes as well. The whistle scene, all of it, just so much about Omar was so good, so damn good. Anybody else?
I was gonna say to piggyback off of that. Sorry, COVID. Was that Michael? Rewatching his performance, I don't think he's ever he wasn't this good as Chalky on Boardwalk.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that.
I feel like I don't know what it is, like whatever, like this part was made for him.
Yeah.
He is so scary and still and loving, and I've never liked a bad guy the way that I like Omar. And it's I guess questionable if he is a bad guy, but he just the way he puts a tie on for the courtyard or for the court scene.
Yeah.
And he goes to Stringer, he flicks his tie. I mean, it's just he's beyond. He's one of the greatest characters of all time.
Real quick in the super chat, David Jones was able to become a patron of the Schmodown. My favorite TV characters are Troy and Abed from Community.
Yeah.
Their pretend morning show, Troy and Abed in the morning, always crack me up.
Absolutely.
We will talk about that later because that is definitely one of my picks for sure.
Troy and Abed in the morning. Yeah.
But yeah, I agree because I watched. I was real late to The Wire, so I had already watched 2 or 3 seasons of Boardwalk Empire. So I knew Michael K. Williams. I'd seen him in a few things, but he did good as Chalky. But I was like, where's this coming from? And then just seeing him as Omar, and then just the fact that in this terrible Baltimore neighborhood, you still had people yelling, "Omar coming, Omar coming!" For them to specifically yell out someone's name, you knew how bad that dude was.
Yeah. Shout out to David Simon for constructing the show in that way to highlight a character like Omar, and not at the expense of the other characters, because all the other characters were badass in their own worlds, but Omar had a way of, he was like the EMP. You could turn off your frequency real quick and shut your ass down. What'd you think about RB3? Did you like Omar as a character in The Wire? You've seen The Wire?
I'm not the biggest Wire dude, so I haven't watched the entire series through and through. I've seen a lot of the episodes just kind of out of order. So I'm not. I do know the characters. I'm familiar, but I'm not 100%. I won't be able to speak on it probably the same way that Kate and you are, Rocha. So
all of the characters in The Wire are my favorite.
You're staying for another 5 minutes, Brett.
Yeah, it's my favorite show of all time.
I just really miss Christian.
I don't know what to do because it used to be our show.
All right, fine.
People are here.
It's easier when there's just the two of us.
All right, play the auctioneer music. Fine, Brett.
By the way, did anybody else know Michael K. Williams from Michael Kenneth Williams from the Trapped in the Closet series?
Oh yeah,
Kelly.
He was in that R. Kelly stuff.
He's the cop. He's one of the cops.
So great.
I should do a watch along of that series for my channel. That'd be fun.
Let me join because I'm down for it. Prince that wasn't promised. Some of my favorite TV characters: Ned Stark, the Doctor, Oliver Queen, Stringer Bell, Ren from Pirates of Dark Water, Kevin McGarvey, Lex Luthor, Smallville.
All right, nice. I like that. Did you guys see that thread when they were commenting? All the Lex Luthors were commenting about Superman. Did you guys see that?
No.
It was hilarious.
I only saw John Cryer's.
Well, John Cryer commented.
That's
Then the guy from oh my God, why is my brain freezing? The guy from Shawshank Redemption, Clancy Brown, commented because he voices Lex Luthor in the animated series.
Justice League, yeah,
in Justice League, and then Michael Rosenbaum commented, and all three of them said Superman's a dick. Like all of them, just like in a row. It was brilliant.
That was amazing.
I love it.
All right, Kate, what you got?
Yeah, Kate.
Okay, so now that I can't do Omar from The Wire because he was my number one, I will pick Bubs from The Wire.
Oh, okay.
Bubbles.
Yeah.
He plays an informant. He's actually a guy who I've seen in person here at a Trader Joe's once.
What? You saw Bubbles at a Trader Joe's?
At a Trader Joe's. I was so shook. He lives on the east side. Well, he did 8 years ago.
Right.
And I feel like that is another one. Like, it doesn't make any sense that an actor could so like lovingly portray a heroin addict and so accurately. I feel like I just feel like it's that whole show. I mean, everybody's going to be from The Wire for me, but it's just the more I think about it, I think part of the reason why it's such a great show for me is that there's every season they just bring in like Brother Mozon. I'm in season 2 right now. And like Brother Mozon just entered and I'm like, Jesus, like this character, it's like a lot of times TV shows have like the same characters and you see them all of the seasons. Like this, people come in and out and like you couldn't really, I guess you could say Jimmy McNulty's the lead of the show, but he's not the lead of the show. I don't know. No. I feel like so Bubs, back to Bubbles. I just love him and I love his arc and I love like you think he's gonna get clean and then Keema it's just I don't know. I think I love what that actor did. Couldn't tell you his name. And I love I wish we would see more of that guy actually.
Did you go up to him and go, "Oh wow, your skin cleared up really well"? Your skin cleared up really well.
Yeah, is there a similar Wood Harris for Bubble story? Like do you just have all these interactions with every cast from The Wire?
I was gonna say I told you I saw Wood Harris and did not keep it together. You're Wood Harris!
Yeah.
But the fact that he goes, "That's a beautiful baby." You're Wood Harris. I mean, it's like looking up to the balcony.
I'll have one with you. I'll have another one with you.
Truly.
What I enjoyed too about Bubbles is like this is a character initially you want to write off, right? Oh, this is a drug addict, just an idiot living on the street, whatever. He's gonna, get into a situation. But the thing is, they made him so endearing, and fun to watch and interesting. And they gave and when you find out his backstory, and then seeing him try to get clean, and then the situations that kind of lead him to not get clean at certain moments, you're just like it's heartbreaking, it's tragic, and everything that leads to him. But that's what was the great thing about The Wire, because The Wire is The Wire is it feels so real. It doesn't take the cheap way out. It doesn't take the happy ending way out. It shows you the brutal truth of what life can be like. And no matter how much you enjoy somebody, at any moment in the world like that, they can go. And so you just love it, or can fall back down again. I mean, when he's working at the kitchen and helping everybody, man, you're just like, yes, please God, yes. It's great. Right. It's so great. All right. What about you, RB3?
Who's your favorite character in The Wire?
I'm going to shake up things a little bit here. I'm going to go with a show that I kind of grew up with. It's still my favorite show of all time. I think it's the greatest written character that I've ever experienced in literature all across the board, and that's Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, to me, that's easily the greatest character. We see a complete arc. I mean, you watch him from episode 1 to the finale. I mean, you're seeing a completely different person, and it's kind of like mind blowing how much he changes throughout the show, just being this kind of weak, meagle chemistry teacher dude who's just trying this whole cooking meth thing just for making cancer money, but then at the end of it, it's all about power, it's all about dominance, it's all about masculinity, it's all about all of these different things in society that push us towards that push the evil to be more evil. He becomes Heisenberg, like, to a certain extent. So to me, that's really like the best. That's the best character arc I'll ever see on TV history, at least in my opinion. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's my favorite character.
Yeah. Real quick, guys. I don't mean to interrupt. Since StreamYard doesn't have the Schmobot, I'm treating and since we can put the super chats up on screen, treating $20 super chats like a Schmobot today. So if you put in, and I know like super chat you can do $19.99 or $20. If you put that in, we'll interrupt whatever we're doing right then and read your super chat and discuss it. So just putting that out there for you guys. But continue about Walter White.
I've only seen the first season of Breaking Bad, so I can't comment on it. You guys who've seen it, please take it away.
Yeah, it's amazing. I just saw it recently, and when RB3 says he grew up watching it, that's always one of these soul-crushing things. It makes me realize how young he is. But
it was like me in the '90s Bulls.
Yes. But and
then Kane 2006.
But the arc of his character, I agree, was amazing. And it's like you're like, do I like this guy? Do I hate this guy? Do I like it was such an emotional roller coaster. I give it 2 thumbs up.
I also love that he came from, God, I can't think of Bryan Cranston.
Malcolm in the Middle.
That's the thing is like you think about like, okay, this guy was on like a multicam sitcom. Like, is he going to pull off the greatest dramatic role ever? Yeah, he sure is. I mean, he's incredible. That's the thing too, is I feel like I can't ever just look at a character and not also look at what a performance the actor gave. Like, you could write a great character, and if the person doesn't nail it, you might not. I don't know. I just feel like, so I always am like, I can't talk about the character without talking about the actor. And like Bryan Cranston for me is like the nuance he achieves. He's
so good. And you're right. Yeah. And like people were even making, like, before memes were invented, people were making like memes about like, Bryan Cranston in Malcolm in the Middle, that's his witness protection for Walter White. Like before the finale happened, they're like, Walter White is going to witness protection, has this new family, and it's just like, is so fed up with like family life. He wants to go back to dealing meth. Real quick from Jake Gary, Kim Wexler in Better Call Saul is fantastic. The show would not be as good without her. Rhea Seehorn needs Emmy consideration. Yeah, I have not seen, but I love Breaking Bad, but I have not jumped on the Better Call Saul train.
You should. It's great.
Yeah, that's all I hear. I'm so terrible at starting new TV, but I need to get on it.
The only reason, the thing I'm motivated to finish Breaking Bad is so I can jump into Better Call Saul. I know that's weird for people to hear, probably. You love Breaking Bad so much, but I've heard so many great things about Better Call Saul that I just want to jump in. And Kate, to your point, that's the reason why I didn't watch Breaking Bad at the beginning. So I was like, this is the guy from Malcolm in the Middle. I'm good. I'm not. And that's my fault, because everyone says it was incredible. And I watched the first season. It was like 5 years ago I watched first season, and I loved it, just couldn't continue it for whatever reason. So I'll definitely be jumping back in there.
I think you could watch Better Call Saul without watching Breaking Bad. It's a prequel. So it's like it's like how Jimmy Miguel became Saul or Saul Goodman. Okay. They do allude to the finale like a little bit, like little breadcrumbs and pieces, like through the beginning of every season. They have like literally a 5-minute moment that's dedicated to it, and they don't really address it for the rest of the season. Wow. But I think for the most part, is pretty disconnected.
Okay.
I've heard it's a little bit, it's some of the moments, now I haven't seen it, you'd know better than me, that it's a prequel in the way that like The Hobbit was a prequel, where it was all leading, like so many Lord of the Rings like references in The Hobbit. Is there a lot of Breaking Bad references in Better Call Saul?
Well, you do see certain characters pop up, and then the main guy who's like reoccurring is the assassin Mike. He's almost like the co-lead for Better Call Saul too. So that in that sense, it's like that's connection. You see a couple of you see like the Tuco twins at one point too. But it's not. But you can still watch it having be disconnected from Breaking Bad, and it's still like its own story.
All right.
Cool. Well, all right. We got one real quick from Hotel Nerd Network. Would love to send a care package of Middlesworth chips to the SEN Live crew. You can only buy in PA. Flavor choices are barbecue, plain, and sour cream. DM PO Box, no Twitter, Hotel Nerd. Oh, thank you, Hotel Nerd.
Oh, man.
I have a PO Box. I don't know if Christian does, but I'll definitely take barbecue for sure.
Okay.
Get the sour cream.
Yeah.
Is it just sour cream or is it sour cream and onion?
Oh,
I gotta get that.
I just assume
onion.
sour cream and onion. Do you have to pay?
Yeah.
Do you have to pay per letter on these?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Hotel Nerd. Though.
Yeah,
We'll
thank you.
It's
very kind.
All right, Brett, what you got, brother?
Yeah.
Well, my first one, foremost, is from The Greatest American Hero, William Catt.
Yes.
The character.
The top row right now is completely lost.
Yeah, of course you are.
Just the bottom two know what's happening. The
TV
top
wasn't
row.
invented in 2000.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was this in black and white? Or
The arc of Ralph Hinckley's character in this television program. This actually was one of my favorite shows when it came out, and I just looked it up, and it only had like 44 episodes. I was very disappointed as a child when this went away. But on the serious note, I'm gonna go one of Deadwood, Al Swearingen. Ian McShane, I thought was an amazing, and that was kind of a character that at times you just said he was a horrible man, but then there was points within the show of Deadwood where they kind of had to band together a bit, and there was some, you know, but you'd always knew he was just gonna stab you in the back. I think is the
Ryan McMahon, Hawkeye Pierce, MASH, Captain Picard, TNG, Josh Lyman, West Wing. Ooh, Josh Lyman, that's a
Josh
good
Lyman.
choice.
Oh,
Starbuck, BSG. That's why I need Christian to get Katie Sackhoff back on SEN because I'm such a big Starbuck fan. Don Draper, Madman, and number one, Ahsoka Tano. Kate, feel free to talk about her number one critic like at the New York Live show. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Champion.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know how you can feel the way he felt and watch that episode that happened over the weekend.
Oh my gosh.
And
It was
have
so
an issue
good.
with it. I just don't get how you can have an issue
Did
with
he
it. I don't.
issue a public apology?
He probably won't, but I you know, and look, no offense. I mean, like he's got a right to have his feelings about the situation. I just don't agree. At all. But I don't know if he'll bring Katie Sackhoff on just for you, Ben. Maybe he'll bring her on for other things. As much as you would like to have her on.
No.
She was on briefly.
She was on briefly. That's right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
she was. There was the day we cried.
I was just modding that chat. I was looking forward because, like, I like Katie Sackhoff's done great work over the years.
Yeah.
And speaking of, she's in Clone Wars as well.
Yes.
Yep.
So if they don't put her in Mandalorian, that'll be such a wasted opportunity.
Good point. Yeah, that's
because she literally would be a fucking badass Mandalorian.
Yeah,
and I think Rocha will agree. Like, you know, people are kind of laughing at MASH because it's older, but that program was like something that, you know, this was when there wasn't a lot of shows on, and I remember with my parents sitting down and watching the final episode and all of us like weeping, you know, like it was just kind of this end of this thing, this family thing. We'd get together and we'd watch MASH, and it had the comedy and it had the seriousness to it, and I think that, you know, a lot of people, all those characters were great in that one. So
well, I think it's still the highest rated in terms of amount of TVs that were watching a series finale ever. And of course, as Brett said, there were a limited amount of channels and networks, but still, I mean, it was insane how many people were watching that ending.
But you also had to watch it live.
Yes, you had to watch it live.
Now it takes into account, you know, TiVo and, you know, HBO Go. Since Game of Thrones was premiering so big, like they put it on HBO Go immediately. Because before it used to be like after the West Coast time, then you could watch on HBO Go. But so many people would go run to Twitter and spoil everything. So they started putting it on HBO Go immediately.
Yeah. And I'm with you on this situation with Swearingen, because in the first season of Deadwood, you absolutely hate this guy because you're such a Bullock guy. You're so on board with Timothy Olyphant, his character, and what him and John Hawkes are trying to do there in that town, and the stuff that goes on with the husband being killed or the woman. I forget the actress's name, but them all can. And then when the second season starts and you find out that they can actually work together, you're like, oh my God, I was so ready to hate this dude. What do you mean I got to cheer for him now? But that's what the great anti-heroes do. They make you cheer for them as their story changes. And the great writing in Deadwood, which is such a crime, it only lasted 3 seasons. Should have gone on for 7
Did
or 8.
you guys watch the movie?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's playing a little too much. It's playing a little too much catch up because obviously it's like 10, 15 years later. But oh man, it's I was so loving just being back in that world with those characters.
And I think a lot of people can't get around the language. And they think that just the cussing, but also the way that it was almost Shakespearean in the way that they talked, and we don't realize that people even they were taught grammar more, and they did follow the rules of grammar, and even the lower kind of class people, I believe, I'm guessing they did some research on this, or maybe this is a spin on it, but just the way they talked, and I do believe they did cuss, since the fuck came from foreign lawful carnal knowledge, which was a medieval term, right? You're fucked.
I thought it was fornication under consent of the king.
Oh, really? We'll see.
I don't know. I was taught that.
I liked that we were going to have this debate. Yeah, I agree, because here's the thing too. Milch, who did it, right? It's David Milch who did Deadwood. I think he now has early onset dementia or something happening with him now. But he was such a, please correct me if I'm wrong in the chat too. He was such a genius about because of course he did NYPD Blue as well, which is one of my favorite shows, period. But he would compose scenes while he was laying down on the set or laying down in his trailer, and the assistant had to write down the dialogue. So he was composing scenes before as they were shooting that day, and then the actors would get the sides and have to memorize them immediately. And Oliphant loved it, and some other actors hated it because they couldn't have time to really kind of lean in and develop scenes with their characters. But I thought that's the level of genius that you're operating, almost like some kind of chess master.
Shout out to that assistant.
Yeah, right, exactly.
He
sees all the pieces moving and how they should fit, just like randomly lying down somewhere. He would never, he had scripts in the first season, but then eventually started doing that, and that kind of grated on some of the actors' nerves overall because they wanted another chance to kind of like dig into these characters. But when you're getting the scene like an hour before you're about to shoot, you're just kind of like relying on the thing. So I love that. Swearingen's one of the best. Great choice, Brett. All right, who's next?
Great choice.
He was the only.
You go next, right, Ben?
Yeah, I'm up. We'll go ahead.
Okay, what you said?
David Milch didn't have a writer's room either, right? It was just him. Is that right?
It was just him.
That's so crazy.
That's nuts.
That's how he did John
David Wilson might be a bit of a cheat, but my top two are Rod Serling as the Twilight Zone narrator, and then the Crypt Keeper. They never get old. The Crypt Keeper is iconic. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're gonna do mine, guys, and then we're gonna get into Streamlabs. And speaking of Deadwood, like you see the effect that Deadwood, like the trickle down effect with Sons of Anarchy, with Justified, with so many of those FX shows. You see the same actors, the same producers, directors, and that's where I'm gonna go is Justified, because you guys talked about Bullock and Timothy Oliphant like became Bullock but bigger and better. I feel like with Raylan Givens in Justified. And the journey that Raylan Givens goes on in Justified of like being a pretty straight-laced U.S. Marshal, but kind of shooting first, asking questions a little bit later, to where he ends up with this character of like protecting his family, doing what he has to do to get his man, to get Boyd Crowder, which what's his name, Rocha? Hoggett.
Walt Goggins.
Walt Goggins. That is. He was my second choice because Walton Goggins has come so far in his career. But that's my choice. I know Justified is a big show, but still kind of under the radar. One of those FX USA type shows. Have you guys seen it?
That's on my list.
I've seen a couple of episodes. I liked what I saw. I think it's so hard because I saw Deadwood first, obviously. I really had a hard time not thinking of, I don't know, because I did not find Timothy Oliphant impressive in Deadwood at all.
Wow.
And I think that's because, I guess.
Yeah, go enjoy The Wire, Kate. We'll be seeing you.
Can I tell you why? I think it's because you put anybody next to Al Swearingen, and it's like.
That's fair.
He's just.
Yeah, Ian
God,
McShane.
what's that? Ian McShane is just. He's even bone chilling as the tiger, the bad guy tiger in Kung Fu Panda. I mean, Ian McShane.
He is. He's so good. He's so good.
Yeah.
But honestly, like. Because I saw Justified before I saw Deadwood, so I was like, oh, this is perfect. Timothy Oliphant being another cowboy. But the moment, like, Rocha, you're talking about season 2 where they had their knife fight.
Oh, yeah.
And just like when he's walking down the street, because like Swearingen hears them having sex with the widow. And then he's like, oh, good thing we didn't this didn't happen. We would have caught you mid pump or something. And that's just like, you don't say that in public.
Yeah.
He's like, don't you fucking go anywhere. And you just see Al Swearingen just go, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I love that he's like unbuckling, like they're about to fight. He's unbuckling his gun belt. He's like, I'm not gonna find a knife on you. He's like, I don't need no fucking knife. And then they just go at it. It's like, oh, that's how you start a season right there.
That's how season 7 of Schmodown's gonna start. I think it's gonna be me and Andrew. I don't need no knife.
Yeah.
It's gonna go on for 20 minutes. All right. Should we jump into Streamlabs or Super Chats?
Yeah. Let's do some Streamlabs real quick. This Rhinos, Andy effing Sipowicz. He had that prostate cancer.
Damn it.
Yeah.
That was my
And then Secular Monk, House MD. Absolutely. I love House. He's so good.
Yeah.
But you can't binge House because they become very repetitive, but it's a great show. Tyrion Lannister and Gaius Baltar. Gaius Baltar, that's a good one as well.
Just so everybody knows, House, he's not exactly what you would call conventional.
Yeah.
That's what I would say every time we'd watch it.
That's a hot take, Brett.
Yeah. I think he would have had to cure the coronavirus.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, Brett, can you say that same joke in a German accent? Because I don't know who you are about that character. All right, Agent 666 PTC, William Adama from Battlestar, Sam Malone, Raylan Givens from Justified, Al Bundy, Dan Connor from Roseanne, Tommy Gavin from Rescue Me. I never got into that show. I heard
Rescue
it's
Me
great
is
though.
so good. Rescue Me. People know
Charlie
that show.
Yeah.
Charlie Kelly from It's Always Sunny, Alfred from Handmaid's Tale. Haven't seen that. That's on my list for sure. Kate from Lost and Minnie Mo. Thank you so much,
Yeah, that's a
Agent.
good list.
Yeah, that's a good list.
Yeah.
Oh, is there another one? I love Lost. That's another. Oh, I didn't see that one. I love Lost. John Locke has to be considered one of the greats. Ben Linus, Desmond, Hugo, love this show.
Yep.
All right.
Agreed.
So we're going to talk about this, and then I'll look at some Streamlabs right now.
Okay. We got
Have
another
you guys seen
$20 one
Lost?
that rolled through. Do you want to throw it in?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hey
Lost
guys,
is-
hope you all is safe and healthy. Sorry, Rocha. Some of favorite TV characters are Vic Mackey from The Shield. My favorite cop show, Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones. But the best is Tony Soprano. That show launched the golden TV age.
Well, let's swing back to Soprano, but let's start with the last one, the Lost question.
With Lost.
Yeah, I mean, this show still resonates for me. I will still, if I'm just killing time working on something here in the house, I will put on Lost as background noise. It's just something about it makes me feel good to go back to that situation. And The Constant, I think, is still the #1 episode of TV ever, in my opinion. And it's so good. All the characters. Did it land the plane at the end? You can have your feelings about it, but all the seasons leading up to it were just so rich and full of characters and storylines and interesting things, and you're just kind of excited about how they're going to make it all connect. But remembering that is such a joy, and those characters are really well done. And not a lot of those actors have gone on to do much else, which I think is such a shame because they're all so good. Like Josh Holloway has tried numerous times to launch shows and be part of shows, but he doesn't quite lead the shows. And the Ben Linus actor, we've seen him on a number of things. So I love that guy.
Yeah,
he is so good.
A lot of them became such great character actors, but I mean,
where's Matthew Fox? Where's Matthew Fox?
Where is Matthew Fox?
Right.
The last thing I remember him is in that
does anyone have his
address?
movie.
He was in World War Z and they edited him out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was that soldier on the roof for like 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ben Goddard kind of has a Matthew Fox vibe.
Ooh.
No, get out of here. All right, we're gonna go over to some Streamlabs real quick, guys. We will definitely we're gonna talk about Sopranos for sure. That's obviously gonna come up a lot. First one, House Heisenberg. Best TV character in my opinion is Walter White, hence my name. Other favorites include Tyrion Lannister, Randy Marsh, South Park, Frank Reynolds, Always Sunny, Lauren Malvo, Fargo, Bubbles, The Wire. There you go, Kate.
There.
Oh yeah, the Fargo season 2 is definitely going to be my next pick. Just a spoiler alert. That shows both those seasons are amazing. Adrian Tejeda, hey crew, missing you all. If Ben is really on this show, I'd love to hear you talk about how Tony Soprano is the best character of all time. The pilot may seem dated. Girlfriend thought the same, but the rest is legendary. Girlfriend is hooked. My third rewatch of the show.
That's my second choice, so we'll get to it when we get to it. But keep going, man.
Let me read a few more of these.
Yeah.
We'll definitely swing back to Tony Soprano. But me and your girlfriend are both right that the pilot is dated. Dalen again. I am a strong backer of the Den, but good Lord, please play the song that the Queen of Corruption posted this morning in the Facebook group. All must hear and bow to the Queen. # the true heel. How many points does Corruption have again?
Yeah. It helps to win matches.
It does help to win matches.
Yeah.
That being said, I really do love Shannon Burney. I just want to put that out there.
She's great. Shannon's killing it.
The separation is always essential to play.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, just to be clear. Fuck Corruption, but also, I really love
This
Shannon
is
Burney.
backstage.
Yes, this is backstage. To be fair.
I don't know. You're gonna have to go a long way to convince me any song is better than what Andrew and Nikki did for the Finstock Exchange. That damn song is good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you were you watching the episode where they played all of David B's music for 45 minutes on SEN?
What? No, I did not watch.
Yeah,
that
they played all the intro songs. They were great.
Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing those.
David B is so talented.
David's brilliant.
So,
Paul Denuzio, some of my faves. Ham Tyler from V, the Man in Black from Westworld, the Doctor from Doctor Who. That narrows it down.
Which one? You can't just pick the Doctor.
Jack Bauer from 24, Gus Fring from Breaking Bad, Bobby Singer from Supernatural, and George Costanza from Seinfeld. Review and play 23. You should also do a favorite movie that came out when you lost your virginity section. Maybe some people lost it while watching it. Oh my god.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie or TV show?
Movie.
I didn't lose
this
it.
is an episode. We don't want to ruin it now.
Yeah.
It's a different episode.
We'll circle back to that if we have time.
I know what song was playing. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Wow.
I didn't hear anything.
All I heard was
Matt
go ahead and just do this. Hurry up.
Matt Chapman can't watch live. I'll catch the replay in a couple hours. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you so much.
I get paid by the hour.
There you go. Enjoy your paycheck there, Brett.
The flowers. Yeah.
Brett, your favorite guy, Hugh Janus is back.
No.
Am I allowed the rights? What? Am I allowed the rights to hand? Okay, I'm just gonna got some.
Sound it out.
Okay. No. I know what it says. I just don't want to say it. My favorite TV character is Kevin Garvey from Leftovers, and pretty much every other character from that show. Easily my favorite show of all time. I need to watch. My roommate started season 2 of The Leftovers. He really liked season 1, but he said it was good.
I'm a big
and then Joe H. Fox Mulder, Dana Scully, and Smoking Man from X-Files. Also 2 words, K. Parker.
He got you in there. He got K. Parker in there.
You got it in there. I need to proofread these.
Sexbot.
Trash Panda.
Not that I know anything about that. Yeah.
Gob Bluth from Arrested Development is my favorite TV character. Will Arnett has been basically playing him in every role, but his spoiled loser magician was comedy gold. His Emmy nomination for the role was well deserved.
Yeah.
I've got a few more, then we'll go back to The Sopranos. Okay. Paul Foote, first time catching yous live. Thanks for keeping us sane through this. Thank you, Paul. Delisha Renee, one of the best TV characters for me has got to be Detective Olivia Benson of Law & Order SVU. From detective to now captain, she's been a staple of the show since '99. God, that show's been going on forever, and it's so good.
It's one of my girlfriend's favorites, man. Whenever it's on, I have to watch with her because she just flips it on. That's what it is, and she's such a great character as well. Hargitay's fantastic.
Yeah. Last one. Hey all. One from recent times is Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock from Netflix's Daredevil. Many supporting characters from that show, as well as Kingpin or Bernthal's Punisher. Also, Brett, Kate, and RB3, check your Instagram. I sent you a T-shirt design.
Hey, okay.
All right.
Nice.
I like that.
All right, so let's circle back. Let's talk some Sopranos.
Real quick, I misspoke. Saul, my friend Saul, who you all know.
Oh, no,
just
not
texted
Saul.
me. Oh, yes, Saul. Saul says there was a writer's room on Deadwood, so.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Saul just woke up behind a dumpster somewhere. He has no idea what we're talking about.
Wow.
Let me tell you, there was a writer's room. I was there. David Milch and I were there. Whatever his terrible New York accent is. But yeah, listen, Sopranos is my second choice because that is the character. That is what changed television for me and brought in a second golden age was the Sopranos. Because I just was, you're just watching stuff in the 90s, like, Party of Five, all that. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes The Sopranos on HBO, and you're like, what is this? This is the network that Dream On and weird shows. They're going to do this now? And I just immediately sank into it. I always loved the mafia movies anyway, but to see it through this prism, which is a mob boss who is experiencing mental health stuff that he has to go see a psychiatrist all the time. That's such an interesting element that brought it into like the modern everyday life that some people were experiencing, like their fathers were going to therapy or they knew somebody going to therapy, to make it like something that was standard or normal or try to normalize it. I thought was brilliant, but still not scrimp on the fact that he's an evil dude. He kills people for his own purposes. He cheats on his wife like all the time. He is not a nice guy, but there's something about him that you couldn't like turn your head away, and you had to watch everything he was involved. Even the crazy weird dreams were worth it to see all what he could do with that character and everyone around him except his kids, for God's sakes. Everyone around him except his kids were so interesting to watch in the show.
Yeah, I love Tony Soprano. I think he's probably one of the strongest written characters alongside Walter White too. Like you said, the whole idea is like the subversive nature of like the mob mentality, because you see stuff like Goodfellas or The Godfather, and there's kind of like this presence, this kind of ego that isn't like really definable. But Tony Soprano totally breaks that. He's a lot more vulnerable. We see storylines that are a lot more vulnerable. Like the episode when his wife had gotten like sexually assaulted. Oh man! And then she told the therapist, and she was conflicted whether she should tell Tony or not. Yeah. And it kind of ends on like a more of like an ambiguous kind of note, and just everything that they do there. They have a lot of great moments and just spectacular ways of like subverting expectations. Now I will say, like, not every single episode of Sopranos is 100% perfect, I think. True. And I think that, I think in hindsight, you kind of watch it now and you're kind of like, oh, this was a little kind of shaky at points. It was a little kind of repetitive a little bit. But I think overall, like the story they're telling, like similar to Breaking Bad and Walter White, is the character development, the growth. You see him grow, you see him change. You see a whole new side to this figure that you never thought you'd see before.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
How do you talk like that? Like in complete sentences and intelligently about things. I liked character, good. Him, arc. That's me.
No, I wanted to say about Sopranos, I think it was such an important show because I really do think it destigmatized therapy for mob bosses everywhere.
Yes.
100%. That was very important that happened.
I liked it.
Nice Kate. Nice Kate.
Let me read a few of these real quick, guys. David and Maddie from Moonlighting, Agent Linda May, Agent Del Cooper from Twin Peaks, Mork from Orc, Adrian Monk, Richard Castle. Monk was a good show. I feel like people forget about Monk. I like that show. A couple of my favorites are Midge Maisel, Lieutenant
Wait,
Data,
stop a
TNG.
second. You liked Monk? Which assistant did you prefer, the first assistant or the second assistant?
I didn't watch enough to answer questions about it.
I'll
I
take
just
the
like
second
Tony
one every
Shalhoub.
time. Yeah.
It was like, they always had the marathons on USA, so you'd watch like a few episodes here and there on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
God, it's interrogating me about Monk.
Just not a lot of people watch Monk or talk about Monk.
Whoa. You like Monk?
Which
You
one?
like Monk
Which
over
one?
here?
Trailer Howard or the other one?
Let me gatekeep about Monk real quick, motherfucker.
Which is your favorite episode? Which is your favorite episode? Also, David Milch had a writer's room. Can I just tell you real quick? He had a writer's room totally. He wasn't lying on the ground. I don't know what Rocha's talking about. He's crazy.
Tim Sim, the way they left Tony's dark date ambiguous in the finale took some time to figure it out, but it's aged well, in my opinion. I've heard people starting to come around about, like, I haven't seen the show, but I know how everyone knows how the finale ends, the cut to black. But I have heard, like, and I don't think it's, one of those, like, hot take think pieces where it's like, oh, the Sopranos finale is actually amazing. But I have heard people that are slowly coming around on it. Have you guys rewatched it since then, and how do you feel about it?
I mean,
I hate leaving things open-ended. That's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Yes,
and
Brad.
I enjoyed the way they did that one.
No, Brad.
Yes. That one.
Spoke too soon, Kate.
It worked for me. It worked for me in Sopranos.
March 3rd. I don't know. It felt soup. I felt it just feels lazy to me. It just does. I just feel like because it's one of those things where I don't know. It's like being like, no, you make the art. You tell the story. It's like, no, you tell me how it ends. You don't just. I don't know. I just felt lazy.
Thanks for censoring yourself now. We appreciate that.
F me, F you.
Back to Monk for a second.
No. I know Tony Soprano was real, influential.
Let's talk about the more important Tony. Tony Shalhoub.
What was your favorite OCD thing about him? What was it? No, I loved the finale when I saw it the first time. I thought it was brilliant because every once in a while, people might get mad at me, but every once in a while, I think it's okay for a creator to go, fuck you, figure it out. I think that is cool if you do it right. And I think David Chase did. And the way he pulled the plug for 5 minutes of black, everyone's like, wait, did my cable go out? What did I miss? I thought it was brilliant. And the fact that this is a rare TV show, it's a window into this dude's life, and then the window is closed. That's it. And I thought that was a ballsy decision to make overall. I get, Kate, I totally get your point of view. A lot of people feel that way. But I thought for a creator, it was a gutsy decision to be like, no, I'm not going to give you a full resolution on this. You're going to talk about it for the rest of your life. You had a window into this dude's life, and the window is now closed. Move on with your life. I thought it was brilliant. And then but now he's doing a prequel, which sucks.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I would also say I would prefer, I guess, them leaving it open-ended than putting Bran on the throne. You know what I mean? If they would have just faded to black at the end of Game of Thrones,
you don't want AJ running the Soprano family, do you? You don't want AJ.
No, I don't want AJ in the show.
All right, so this is a good question to shift because I feel like we all picked very dramatic characters.
Oh yeah.
So George Costanza is my favorite TV character. Who do you think is the funniest?
Well, that transitions into my next one. Can we go to my next one?
Absolutely.
Lucille Ball playing Lucy McGillicuddy from I Love Lucy.
Okay.
Now,
that's a classic.
It's a classic. I'm not trying to always swing my women banner because I will be the first to say women suck a lot. But I just feel like 2006, women suck a lot. Did I freeze or am I?
No, you're still alive.
I don't know, David Chase. Did you freeze or
did I freeze? Oh, so this is here, Rocha. I'll give you a David Chase ending, and I'll tell you what. The best thing about Lucille Ball is black.
oh, wait, did my cable go out? What happened?
Oh no!
Living in a lonely world. No, I feel like what she did for, without having that be the agenda, but I feel like the fact that at that time a woman was on television using her body to be funny, it changed everything. For
wearing pants.
She's a national treasure.
Yeah, she's a national treasure. I just I think Carol Burnett is a icon to me also. Carol Burnett does not happen if Lucille Ball does not make the way.
That's a fair point. That's my number one is Carol. As much as I love Lucy, Carol Burnett was
I agree with you. Carol Burnett is I think my number one.
Yeah.
But you can't there
great.
were bodies she had to step over. Lucille Ball's was one of them, you know.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Just overall, it's hard to pick a single character because, I love Michael Scott, I love Ron Swanson, I love Troy and Abed are hilarious. Those are three of my favorite shows: Community, Parks and Rec, and The Office. But I just have to go Ted Danson. Ted Danson with what he did with Cheers and now The Good Place and Becker. That guy has been he's the Tom Hanks of TV. I feel like, at least to me. And just all his he's just so warm and welcoming in all of his characters. And yeah, Becker's a little bit of an asshole, but he's that asshole you love to he's glad he's your asshole. It's it's like Terrell Owens. You hate T.O. until he's on your team and he's scoring touchdowns for you. But yeah, I just love all because I've been marathoning Cheers throughout this quarantine, and it's such a great show.
Who stands for Becker? Your choices are interesting. Which Becker do you now? When he's at the bar?
Becker do you like? Let's go into
What's your favorite Becker season? What's your favorite Becker season? I need to know.
Yeah, I got it. When we're talking about funny characters, I got to shout out Wilbur Smith playing William Smith and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was always a
So
classic.
good.
That's always a classic performance. Back on the school. I can't do it. I could do the rap. I used to be able to do it perfectly. But you know, that to me, perfect casting. I mean, they kind of built the show around Will Smith, his personality, his flavor, and he had like some of the most standout like funny moments. One of the best supporting cast around him. The butler dude is funny. Jeffrey, literally his boy Jazzy Jeff always coming in. It was like the perfect blend of like hip hop and comedy that kind of like paved the way, I think, for a lot of shows now, like Atlanta, Dave, a lot of these kind of shows too. But I mean, overall, that's, to me, that's probably one of the most timeless like kind of characters. It was fresh, it was unique, and then Will Smith actually had like a lot of like great dramatic like moments in there too. And like the moments like when he was confronting his father about like abandoning them his entire life. I mean, that to me is just crazy. And it's kind of sad that they switched out Aunt Viv like midway like through the series. I kind of like the old Aunt Viv more than
which Aunt Viv is your favorite? Which Aunt is the first?
Okay.
I mean, I'm a traditionalist. I like the old school Aunt Viv. But you know, but yeah, to me, that's one of my favorite shows of all time. And you know, when it comes to that era of like '90s black sitcoms like Martin and Fresh Prince and Family Matters, to me, Fresh Prince has always been my favorite.
So, which is your favorite song off of He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper? Mine is the Brand New Funk. Personally,
we've hit Brett's era.
This is a good one from David Jones. Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World is one of my favorite TV show characters of all time. Side note, I think you may have missed my super chat. David, like I said, I'm putting every single super chat on screen. If we don't read them, that's how we're reading them. I apologize, man. There's so many super chats, and I still have all these Streamlabs over here. So, guys, if I don't read them out loud, every single one is coming up on screen. Every single one is being read by all. It just might not be read out loud. I truly do apologize because we have so many coming in.
My favorite was seeing him at a strip club. That was my favorite of seeing Mr. Feeney, the actor.
Wow.
No, it was like David Jones.
Yeah. I was going to say Will Smith.
I'm so sorry. I have to rewind real quick. RB3, you mentioned Dave. Do you love that show?
It's good. It's good. I'm liking it so far.
You know who's incredible on that is Gata.
Oh yeah. Gata's my guy, man.
Now, I'm a little bit biased because my boy Andrew's on that show, but oh my God, have you guys seen the show? It's the rapper Little Dicky, but his real name's Dave, and he wrote.
Yeah, I hear it's funny.
It's incredible.
Is this the one with the dude coming out of someone's jockstrap or something?
Coming out of his own underwear.
Okay, that guy's a rapper.
Yeah.
He's a rapper called Little Dicky. He you would remember.
He's amazing.
There's a video. There's a video of him. He's like a funny rapper too, but there's a video that you would. It's like
Chris Brown. He has a famous song with Chris Brown. He has a famous song with Snoop Dogg. He has famous songs with like a lot of
but the one that made him famous was like maybe 2000. It was like X. Na 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 na.
Yeah, you're going back to way. You're going back way to Little. That's early Little Dicky. I was listening to him back then too. He had a Lion King.
Like Save That Money is like his big song.
Yeah, that was his first. That was his first like major song. Yeah.
Okay.
But he like talks about running into like one of his songs is about seeing his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, and he's like, I see his dick and it's really huge. I mean, it's like a very. Anyway.
Yeah, he's a very upfront, like kind of funny person.
Anybody who's looking for a great show, it's
I hear it's really
incredible. Yeah, it's really good.
Get back to Streamlabs real quick, guys. Cody Allen, good to have you all back, and Brett always. Must be nice. Some of my favorite characters from TV are Red from that 70s show, Dr. Cox from Scrubs. Oh, Dr. Cox from Scrubs.
Yeah.
And the Dean from Community. Oh, the Dean from Community is great too. Those are good ones. Bruce Leroy, hey, today's topic is why this show is great for me. The best characters are consistent in their actions and motivations. So without question, the best characters, Fred Rogers, Bob Ross, and Kay Parker. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I mean,
Parker
they definitely all
Electric Blue Go Huskers.
What's with the MILF thing? What's going on there? Is this something you're doing on your separate streams? Is that why they're trying to just slam you here?
No, this is from this. I don't bring up Kay Parker.
Kay Parker gets brought up quite a bit.
No, does she really? We got to get her on the show. I think she's still alive.
Hey, Brett, would you explain the joke to us since we're not on the show anymore?
So here's the thing. Kay Parker is the parser. That's it.
That's good. You know who's a contemporary of Kay Parker is Honey Wilder, and she is a set designer in Los Angeles or in the Valley somewhere. She's like a successful set designer now, transitioning out of the porn world into being what she does. Pretty incredible stuff. You know, you don't have to just stay there. You know, I'm just saying. You don't have to just
Where
stay
are they now?
Kate, you can get out.
with Ben Goddard.
It used to be, where is it now?
There's my little Dickie. I want to put a little thing out there for comedy. And, you know, for a young kid growing up who was Latino, there weren't a lot of Latino characters that you could watch on television. And I'm going to stand for this. Freddie Prinze on Chico and the Man. That was a show that I watched religiously. Him and Eddie Albert with Scatman Crothers. This was some funny comedy for the 2 years that it was on. Only lasted 2 seasons. But and then one of the greatest gifts of my life was getting to have Freddie Prinze Jr. call one of my Schmoedown matches, being such a fan of his father. Such a weird thing. And his father, of course, tragically passed away with in that way. But he was one of the funniest dudes. And when you're growing up, before Cheech and Chong shows up, you had him there for Chico and the Man and Freddie Prinze, and it was so great to see him on there. So he was funny as hell. And people go back, watch those TV Land episodes. My man's delivery is on point.
From A Geekness, this is the story of 2 sisters, Jessica Tate and Mary Campbell. These are the Tates and these are the Campbells. And this is Soap.
Hey,
Remember that?
Brett, Rocha, you want to field that one?
Yeah, Billy Crystal on that show.
That was such a
before my time.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I very rarely could say this, but also before my time.
Billy Crystal, by the way, openly gay character on that show.
Yeah,
he talks
that's
about
right.
that experience being yelled at on the street walking in New York all the time.
Wow.
So yeah.
Over on Streamlabs, Delicia Renee. Of course, I've been loving Christian and Brett, but my heart is so happy to see Kate, Brett, Rocha, RB3, and Ben. No case of the Mondays with this crew. Love you all. Hashtag Bandit Brigade. Hashtag Den Law Nation. Oh, I like that. That's good.
Den Law. All right,
I'll
take it. I'll take it.
Ramon Fritz, good to see familiar faces again. I love this cast for my favorite show of all time. Everybody loves Raymond. They are the most relatable cast in TV history. Other favorites are Michael Schofield from Prison Break and Raymond Reddington from The Blacklist. I do that first season of Prison Break is top tier. The rest of the show is
JJ.
Matthew Dawson, I've been rewatching Community. Every one of the main characters are written perfect and perform so well, but Abed is my favorite for obvious reasons. Abed's pretty great, and that's what we have right here from Noah Horn. Abed from Community is my favorite. His character allows that show to be what it is. Community is my favorite show and has so much talent. It is really good. Dan Harmon's a genius.
And a young Donald Glover, who ended up having his own show that is in its own right, could be in the conversation too.
Atlanta's so good. I finally cut up on that. It's so good.
I'll watch anything Lakeith Stanfield does. Anything.
Yeah, brilliant.
Sheridan, you're the funniest one here. You create characters and bring them to life. What's your favorite comedic TV character ever in the history of television?
That's what I've been trying to look up. I think
Here I am thinking we're excluding you, but you're using the time to find
No. I mean, I do think more.
This is his day off from doing his 2-man show that he really cares about.
Yeah,
I do think Robin Williams and Mork. What's the name of the show? God,
Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy. Yeah. I think both of them I think were wonderful, and that was a show I really enjoyed growing up. I mean, Different Strokes. I mean, I love that. If we're talking about, did you want to know old ones? Is that the a recent one I really enjoyed that was dramedy that I was thinking about was I didn't watch all the seasons, so if it got
Rocha's
bad,
got some
but
questions.
it was Weeds.
that's good.
What's your favorite
Weeds.
weed?
Yeah.
What's your favorite weed and weeds?
I like me the Northern Lights. Names of weed? Yes, Mom. But Mary Louise Parker in Weeds I think was a great character.
Agreed.
What was the other one I was looking up?
Yeah.
See, it's nice that I can look things up on the sly, but now I'm not doing it on the sly.
Weeds is one of those that kind of slides in and slides out, right? Even though people really enjoyed it when it was on, it'll slide in. I think Shameless is going to be the same way. I think it'll slide in. People enjoy it for what it is, and then people will just kind of remember it, but not talk about it as fondly as they do other shows. Weeds was another one.
That's a perfect binge show, actually. That's one of the early binge shows I've ever did. Like when that and that 70s show. Red Foreman, that's another one of my favorite characters. So I'm taking another pick, y'all. I'm like Michael Jordan, just throwing the ball, Scottie Pippen. I got a Red Foreman, and that 70s show is literally hysterical. Yeah, and like I know like the Al Bundy and like the Archie kind of character, that's kind of like a thing of the past. But to me, he's like the perfect incumbent of that, and like the 90s, early 2000s, without being like totally racist. So I love it. I love it for that.
Is that Kurtwood Smith?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Go ahead, Kate. Sorry.
No, I'm going to say, Ben, could you put it just on me real quick? I have to give a message to Brett's mom. Hi, Mrs. Brett's mom. We know you're going to be upset that we keep teasing Brett about the fact that he's on the show with Christian alone. We know you're going to call him after this and talk to him about it. We just want you to know, Mrs. Brett's mom, we're just joking, okay? We love Brett. He and Christian do a great thing together, and you don't have to be worried if Brett doesn't talk a lot on this episode, because he's still the only one that's hired as of tomorrow.
Yeah. He's still making money.
Okay? So just wanted to let you know. I love you. Okay, thank you.
Is this the thing she complains about, that you don't talk enough on the shows?
No, there's not a complaining.
No.
My mom is so worried because I was a kid that was picked on, and I do have she does remember me coming home with grass stains on my jeans and crying and stuff like that. And she knows I'm very sensitive, but also I think sometimes she forgets that I'm 46 years old and I can handle it. But I love you, Mom.
Also, you're a stand-up, and that's kind of the deal, to bust balls and get your own balls busted. That's kind of the exchange, because there's no stand-up who grew up in a very well-adjusted home. Well, maybe nowadays there are, but like not in the old days. There were no stand-up that grew up in well-adjusted homes and, were really cool and didn't have any mental health stuff at all. Very level-headed people. The stand-ups don't exist. Like only nowadays. Like Seinfeld was the one that broke the mold on that, but everyone else is pretty
lost RB3 on that one.
Mondays are back. Trash Panda, thank you, Rocha. Chico and the Man Deserves More Love, my dad's all-time favorite. And Wiley Todd, Alf, Ari from Entourage, and Jackson Chips from Sons of Anarchy. That's good stuff right there.
That's good stuff. I like a comment. I like a comment here that just dropped in. I know it wasn't paid for, but it said Rocha hasn't watched Atlanta because every time he tries to Google it, it defers to Black Lana. So there, shout out to that comment. That was a good comment.
That's on Hulu. I don't know if that's on Hulu. I don't know if that one's on Hulu.
I'm gonna shoot that show.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna cast a guy named Donald Glover and have him pronounce that D. That's what I'm gonna have him do.
No, he's gonna put Danny Glover in it. And it's gonna be just a bunch of old guys.
Wait, what is the relation between Donald and Danny Glover? Any?
There's no relation.
There's not.
It's his dad.
No.
I made that mistake once. RB3 now. Anyway, let's move on.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Sweaty Ben Rainer. Hey guys, happy that Madness is back for today. My favorite TV characters are John Lockwood, Desmond Hume from Lost, and Walter White. Those are my favorite TV shows too, Breaking Bad and Lost. Love you guys, and thanks for the laugh you give us. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Apache 2895. As much as I love characters, Walter White and Omar Little, Better Call Saul has propelled Kim Wexler and Mike Ementrout on my list. Just so sad I don't have BCS to look forward to on Monday nights. Did the finale just happen or something? Lucas J. Shashek with just a donation. Thank you so much, Lucas. Appreciate that. Lucas.
I love Lucas.
Christian Alante. My recency bias says Mando and Baby Yoda. Some of my all-time favorites would be Tywin and Tyrion Lannister. Tywin Lannister for sure. I love Tywin Lannister.
Yeah. Charles
William, the Man in Black from Westworld, and the Outlaw from the Schmodown. Thank you, Christian.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Back to back from Christian Alante. Would have loved to seen Jordan Bulls play Kobe Shaq Lakers. Kobe Shaq would have swept them easy.
You're insane. You're insane. The Bulls would have ran rings around that team. Are you kidding?
That's tough.
That is tough, but also I feel like I can't talk ill of the dead, so I can't even defend that the way I would like to.
Oh man. Well, I definitely think that it will be a lot closer of a competition than a lot of people are giving the credit for. I think that Kobe was still early in his career, like during that time period, so it would not have been the same. If we're talking about peak Kobe, peak Shaq, because Kobe and Shaq had individual peaks. Mm-hmm. So it's like if they were both at their peak at the same time that the Bulls were at their peak, I think it'll be a competitive competition for sure.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, with D Fish versus Scotty, that would have been a good matchup too. But yeah, it's crazy.
You can't just say Kobe Shaq Lakers without talking about which Kobe Shaq Lakers you're talking about. Who is the supporting cast? Is this the Rick Fox Kobe Shaq Lakers? Like which are you talking about? Because I mean, the Bulls were built to have outside shooters so that Jordan and Pippen can crash those rims. Weddington, Longley, all those guys were just meant as like safety valves to take up space, to clear space for them to, get to the basket quicker, get to the rim quicker, or bust out the Paxson or Kerr to bust shots, or Kukoc even. So don't discount that the other characters, or other players rather, on the Pippen Jordan Bulls. Those guys were great players.
Yeah, Steve Kerr.
Yeah, Steve Kerr.
We were talking about it the other day, Rocha. Like they were saying, oh, what about the LeBron Heat versus the Warriors with KD? The Warriors would have kicked the shit out of them. And like this is coming from someone that doesn't like any Bay Area team whatsoever. But the Warriors with Kevin Durant would have beat the crap out of those Heat that barely won 2 finals.
Yeah, people have been hating the Warriors for a long time, and I get it because they're dominant. Like they became the new dominant team, and they kind of did it in a way that a lot of people like the physical basketball. A lot of people like the tough, in the paint kind of style. So they kind of reinvented basketball in a lot of ways and changed basketball in a lot of ways that a lot of people aren't favorable to. I think it's interesting, the 3-point shot, how big that became. Yes. But at the same time, it's like, it's undefeatable if you keep shooting threes and you keep hitting them the way Steph was, the way Klay Thompson were, even the way Draymond Green was hitting them and being one of the toughest defensive players of all time. Yeah. They're a tough team to beat.
Let me just chime in on this real quick. It was Dennis Haskins who played Mr. Belding, not
Appreciate you. Nathan Fillions, Reynolds, James Olmos, Adama. The old man gave the show heart and soul. That makes it one of the best ever. I need to rewatch Battlestar Galactica. And then we got two schmobots here.
Oh, Jim.
Jim Mason. I have a lot of favorite characters from TV shows over the last 10 to 20 years, but I don't think any of them would exist without Norman Lear pushing the envelope in creating Archie Bunker. Absolutely groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Have you guys been watching Norman Lear's Instagram in quarantine?
No.
He's the loveliest. It's a long story, but
I'm gonna follow him right now.
He does these breakfast talks where he's just talking about what he's breakfast with me, and he's 90 some years old.
Oh, I have seen someone repost that on my timeline.
And he was like, I'm having my grapefruit, and he's like, I had a horny dream last night. And he talks about sex in your 90s. I mean, he's so delightful. Wow, everybody go follow Norman Lear right now.
He's doing a morning show too.
Yeah, you're right. No, Ben Wellington, Michael J. Fox's character on Family Ties confused me as a kid since he was Marty McFly. Any favorite TV actors that went on to have a great film career? Kate, not all Glovers are related. Love you all. MJ's the GOAT.
Hey, in my defense, Donald Glover and Danny Glover have very similar names. If somebody was like, oh, there's Betty Crystal, you'd be like, that's probably related to Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
The
Rocha,
easy one for me.
Which Crystal's your favorite, Betty or Billy? Which Crystal is for you? Yeah.
The easy one is George Clooney. TV actors that went on to have a successful film career because coming from ER and Roseanne.
Sure.
Yeah, nobody talks about going back to Will Smith. Nobody talks about Will Smith in that transition from TV to movies.
Oh,
tough transition.
Oh, on the top 10 show, we did the top 10 TV actors that became, or TV characters, or TV actors that became film. We put Will in the top 5.
What about Tom Hanks?
Yeah, Tom Hanks too from Bosom Buddies.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Demi Moore, Meg Ryan, both from
Jennifer
soap opera.
Aniston.
Well,
Kay
Robin
Parker.
Williams, we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett.
Robert
Yeah.
Parker. Is that what he's
No, Kay
No, he's
Parker.
the Kay
Okay,
Parker.
Parker. Oh, or
Joseph
Robert
Gordon-Levitt.
Parker and Kay Parker. Really? What if Robert Parker is Kay Parker's grandson?
God,
that would be the greatest thing
That
ever.
would be. It's full circle.
Full circle.
We have to change his nickname though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Can
we
you
would.
imagine if there was somebody out there with the last name B3? I'd be like, they must be related to RB3.
There are plenty of butlers out there. There are definitely plenty of butlers. Seeing that around.
All right, Trash
right.
Panda is the first.
What's that funny, Rocha?
Yeah.
What's that funny? What's that funny?
God, I love RB3's vibe at home.
What's your problem? Hey, don't attack the other person of color on the show.
Yeah.
Keep it down.
Oh,
It's Compton.
God.
Compton
Oh,
vibe.
Brett, you and I can see ourselves out.
Yeah.
And you can say half of him is not being in trouble right now.
Buenos dias at SEN Live.
And yes, PC, I'm getting all the Streamlabs right now. Don't worry.
Oh, nice.
We have a lot of Streamlabs, guys. I'm catching up on all of them. I promise I'll get
I
to
love
them.
that. Ben,
Subtext, Kate,
my
shut up.
Streamlabs, Ben.
Yeah. Ben, you're only doing timestamps and engineering and reading all Streamlabs and super chats.
I bet RB3's just loving it, just sitting back.
Yeah, he's fucking chilling over there.
I'm at home. It's a good time. I love it.
Oh, good guys. Dick Fart Daryl's here on Streamlabs.
Yes.
Have to show love to the SEN crew. Now you guys can coin the slogan SEN. We have Dick Fart Daryl. Oh, good. We were waiting for a solid T-shirt, and here it is.
And huge Janus.
Yeah, huge
Janus.
Janus. Souls Jair 1999. Pretty good. Larry David, Curb My Enthusiasm. There, Tad Brass accompaniment. Yeah, the Curb music. Jesus or Geese. Okay. Almal Farouk, aka Shadow King from Legion, was a great character in Oscar's Crazy Show.
Oh,
I haven't seen Legion. I hear nothing but good things about it.
That's a great reference.
Legion is that fire. Legion is that fire. I took a long break from Legion. I was invested from season 1 to season 2, and I took a break midway through season 2 or towards the end of season 2. But during this quarantine, I've been able to catch up and binge back and fully get complete back into it. And man, I remember when I watched the show when it first came out, it was one of the trippiest, most insane shows I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Noah Hawley is just so good at creating unique characters, interesting tones and vibes. And then this show is just like no exception. This is like probably, to me personally, Legion's the greatest superhero show ever created. To me personally. So
strong statement.
yeah,
bro.
I gotta shout that.
I don't know. Like I can't say because I haven't seen it, but Noah Hawley, Fargo season 1 and 2 are some of the best television like ever. And like that, we've gone all over and we have so many Streamlabs. But Patrick Wilson from season 2 of Fargo was going to be my next like dramatic favorite TV character,
Right.
because the performance he gives and Ted Danson in that show, are amazing. But Billy Bob Thornton from season 1 of Fargo, people have brought it up a few times.
yeah.
Lauren Malvo is pretty
Right.
great.
Right.
Well, I
so
did.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rocha.
No, I was just gonna say real quick. Rachel Keller on Legion doesn't get enough love for the work she does on that show too. As great as Dan Stevens is in Aubrey Plaza, they get all the headlines. But Rachel Keller, because she also did that season of Fargo as well. This is an actress that people need to be paying attention to. She is incredible.
Which one is Rachel Keller from?
She's his love interest in Legion. Yeah.
And then what about in Fargo? Because that's the show I know.
She was the daughter of what's her name from Designing Women? Jean Smart's art. That whole character, the whole family that was, I think, season 3 of Fargo. The whole family. She's the daughter in that family who like gets it on with Bokeem Woodbine. Do you remember this season?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Once you said Bokeem, I knew exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, she
She's
is good in
great.
Fargo season 2.
Yeah. I do want to say a lot of chat.
Underrated actor, by the way.
Very underrated.
Very underrated. I do want to say that a lot of chat saying Watchmen over Legion. I actually do agree with that.
Oh,
but Watchmen is one season, so it's a little tough. It's a little tougher to compare that to Legion because Legion's had like 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, our season 3 seasons is about to go into its 4th. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like what's better as one unit, definitely Watchmen. But as a thing that goes past one season, I definitely say Legion.
Okay.
Cool.
What
All
we
right,
got
guys,
next?
keep sending in your Streamlabs and super chats. I will get to them, I promise. Cheryl Dick Pants. Oh, thank God. My favorite TV characters are Joey and Chandler. Best bromance ever. I don't. Okay, I gotta argue about best bromance because you got Turk and JD, You got Schmidt and Nick and Winston is up there for me.
You've got Bunk and McNulty.
Bunk and McNulty, absolutely. You could even do Jim and Dwight, like a love-hate bromance. They end up, he ends up being his bestest mensch. So I don't know about best bromance ever. And Troy and Abed is obviously
Troy and Abed is my choice.
Yeah. So I don't know. I respect Joey and Chandler, but I don't know if I call it the best bromance ever over there. Okay.
I don't get the Friends thing. I get everybody loves it, but I just don't get. I don't know.
I've only seen like 4 episodes.
Right? Am I the only one? Okay.
No, Rocha. I gotta tell you, I am lost about it.
Can we start a Facebook group of all of us who don't get the Friends thing, and we just hang out with each other and deal with the onslaught of Friends lovers?
I don't have
Roxy
Facebook.
would dox us.
Does Roxy love it? Oh, sorry, Roxy.
Oh my gosh, she's a super
obsessed.
fan.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Sheridan, you're the last one. Are you in or out on Friends?
It's not that I don't get it. It just was not anything on my radar, and I don't think it's that funny. But I know people that have watched it like from front to back 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Like that I don't get. Yeah.
SEN is officially over. Hate for Friends is on, baby. Let's go.
Straight up.
Marvel Man Mike. In my opinion, there's no more influential character in sci-fi than Spock. Even ignoring the movies, if I must, his appearance across Star Trek, Next Gen, and Discovery are iconic, relatable, awesome, powerful, and an acting masterclass.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
Okay. All right. I respect that.
Yeah. PC. Here it is, PC. What about your shows you hate and everyone seems to love? We just brought up Friends. I hate The Office. Also, hello, Kate, Brett, RB3, Bandit, and the Outlaw.
Hi, PC. Yeah. Can we get PC kicked out of the chat, please? That's something we seem to like to do every once in a while.
Oh no.
Okay. PC, PC's the homie.
I know she is. Someone else didn't know.
So real quickly, besides Friends, what other show can you just not get behind that everyone is all about?
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's Curb Your Enthusiasm.
What? Oh, heartbreaking.
Hot take.
It's a hot take. I don't like being uncomfortable, and that show makes me uncomfortable.
So do you not like The Office either?
I love The Office. I don't know how to tell you. I don't know how to explain the difference. I think it's that Michael Scott is an idiot unto himself, and Larry David is an idiot unto others.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but
So I'll go off the Larry David, and I'll say I've never really been a fan of Seinfeld.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, buddy. Yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
I just but these are two shows that'll most of them took place when I wasn't watching television really much anyway. So like high school and college, I was hanging out and not really watching shows. We didn't even have televisions in most of our college dorm rooms. This was not the 50s. This was the 90s, but still we didn't. But yeah, Seinfeld to me is just kind of, it's okay.
Okay.
RB3.
Wow.
I've tried so hard to watch Veep. So hard.
Veep?
Yeah, I've really been trying. I've watched the pilot maybe about 5 times just to like kind of get it. I don't really get it. And I'm not gonna lie. The same dude who did that did Death of Stalin, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
For some reason, I just can't. The humor just doesn't like work to me. Like it just kind of maybe goes over my head.
No?
No, I didn't really like that one that much either.
Oh, which one? I just watched it. Death of Stalin is great.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just something. Maybe it just goes over my head. But yeah, for some reason, I cannot.
I love how apologetic you are about it and how hard you've tried. You watched the pilot 5 times.
Yeah, because literally.
Yeah, maybe move to the next episode.
Yeah. Well, I tried watching the next episode. And I probably watched like the first 4 or 5 episos, and I'm just still like, wait, what? What am I missing? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. I watched the first episode 27 times. I didn't go on. I just can't get into the show.
The jokes really get old after the time.
Yeah, I saw everything coming after the 26th.
Okay, I got
something different. Shit. What about you, Rocha?
Well, I already dropped the Friends one. I don't know what else is that. I never Good Girl always. I thought after the first season or two, I just was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm a cute adorable, and
Yes,
just like,
yes.
oh my god,
New
I'm
Girl.
dying.
New Girl.
Oh, New Girl. That's it.
New
Yeah,
Girl.
sorry.
Yeah.
New Girl. I think there are. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't get it.
I'm with
I
you.
don't get it.
I'm with you.
I have tried so fucking hard because I was born in Philly. B, I respect that these guys came up with this thing from the ground up and became successful doing it. Danny DeVito being on the show, everything says I should like this show. Even like the actress who shows up in random character roles on shows. I might even watch that Quibi show of hers because I like her. I just, for whatever reason, don't gravitate. I've tried so hard. Even watched that pro wrestling episode. It didn't do anything for me. So I don't know. I just Always Sunny. I just don't get it.
Caitlin Olsen's like my true north.
There she is. Caitlin Olsen. That's her
So
name.
when
She's
people
great.
have told me before, they're like, "You remind me of Caitlin Olsen." I'm like, "I will tongue kiss you now." It's like the best compliment.
Yeah.
Mine is probably Big Bang Theory. I don't know how that show lasted for so long. Yeah.
They don't even get their nerd stuff right.
Yes.
Like the things they nerd about are not even right.
Yeah,
You're just like
this clip.
Yeah.
There's this clip where it's like, oh, we got to play on the Battle of Middle Earth to get the One Ring, and Harry Potter will be there. And there's like a laugh track, and the guy's pause like, "Where's the joke? You just said stop. Where's the joke?" Look at Josh Shed. I get where RB3 is coming from. Trying watching shows he doesn't like. Took me 2 or 3 times to get through Parks and Rec season 1, and about the same for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and now both are my favorites of mine. It is weird though that both Parks and Rec and The Office have terrible season 1s.
You can skip season 1 of the Parks and Rec and just pick up season 2. You never need season 1.
Especially because they were trying to make Leslie Knope Michael Scott 2.0, and then she's completely different the rest of the season.
A more evil Michael Scott too. A more evil Michael Scott, and that was the worst. That was the worst thing they could have done for her. Yeah, agreed.
All right, getting back to Streamlabs real quick, guys. Thank you so much for that one, Lucas. That's but maybe move on from the pilot there, RB3. Watch episode 2 or 3.
I did watch episode. Like I watched up to episode 5. I still can't get it.
Okay. Parzival the rapper, Chandler Bing, Itachi from Naruto, and Darius from Atlanta are definitely among my favorites. Cheryl Dick Pants is back. Also have to throw a shout out to NPH and How I Met Your Mother. Bad final season, but good show. Embrace Your Geekness. My favorite show of all time is Lost. I would have a hard time picking one. Probably between John Locke and Ben Linus. I would also consider Desmond Faraday, Kate and Jack, Charlie Sawyer. Guys, where are we? Oh, is that a line from Lost? Since they're lost, guys, where are we?
Guys, where are we? We have to go back.
We're lost.
We have to go back.
We gotta go back.
Tom Cruise's cousin is on that show.
Yes, William Mapplethorpe.
Yeah.
That's his name, yeah.
Who did he play?
Alex M.
Creep.
Sorry.
Yeah, he did play a creep guy.
Alex M. I sat through 3 seasons of Doctor Who for my girlfriend, and I had to tap out. I can't stand it. I agree with you. I agree with you on that one. But my roommate loves Doctor Who, and I've like tried to sit down and just like watch an episode. I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste.
Can you guys? I just want to go back to the Sopranos ending real quick.
Of course you do, Kate.
Can you imagine?
Kate was still late for the show without traffic, and is still doing this.
And then
so
left
go
the
ahead,
show.
Kate.
And then call me the old one. All right, go ahead.
And then left the show to shit. Can you imagine if How I Met Your Mother ended in just a blackout? I'm just saying.
Would have been a better ending than the ending they gave it.
That's a bad example. That's a bad example, Kate, because that's a terrible finale.
You're right. But I'm saying you would have been just as unsatisfied.
What if Breaking Bad had ended with a black frame? Would that have been? Yeah.
No, that wouldn't have been that.
People would have set it on fire, I think.
People would have set it on fire. I'm just saying, don't be lazy. Don't be lazy.
Daniel,
write a show.
Hey, Ben, if you can't say my name, just have Rocha say it. I'm loving the show today. I missed the crew together again. SEN, we have the Latinos.
Almendrales. That's how you say it.
There you go. All right. AK Torres.
I was just saying that half of you should be able to say his last name. Say half. Ben, maybe half of you could say half of his last name.
Yeah, I said Daniel. I said half his name.
Hey.
Daniel.
Well, Daniel.
AK Torres. You only got to fuck up once, be a little slow, be a little late just once, and how you isn't gonna never be slow, never be late. You can't plan for no shit like that, man. It's life. Avon Barksdale.
Nice. That's the game.
I need to rewatch that show. It's so good.
Yeah.
JJ Windward. Damn, it's great to have the Monday crew together again. My favorite TV characters are BoJack Horseman. Yes, BoJack. Yeah. Don Draper from Mad Men, Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad, and Dolores from Westworld. I'll go off Big Bang because I feel like that's really easily hateable. I can't get into Mad Men. I cannot do it.
Wow, really?
I have tried Mad Men and I can't do it.
I think it was very novel at the time, like a period piece that showed sort of the edginess of that time. But I do imagine that because there's so many shows that are tackling that same, like there's like Marvelous Miss Maisel. I feel like period shows are no longer that novel. I think I could understand why it wouldn't be like if you just started watching it now. I could understand why you'd be like, this isn't that special.
Also, like RB3 said about Weeds or about Shameless, like I feel the same way about Mad Men. Is an easily bingeable show. For an hour long, you can binge the hell out of Mad Men because it's an hour long show. But you can tear through that thing. That's how I caught up to season 4 was just ripping through all 3 seasons rather, in like a week. It was so easy to get through it. But I get it. Like what you said, Kate, could just be a period situation where people like it feels outdated. Like go back and watch any episode of Entourage now. You're like, ooh. This doesn't feel right anymore.
Doesn't age well at all. It's tough.
It doesn't.
Entourage was like my college show.
Yeah,
man, does it not do well.
It doesn't age well, but I still love it. Like I can still watch it. Like I literally binged it all in like 20. Because I watched the last couple of seasons as they aired. But I never saw the full thing. But I watched all of it, binged it right before the movie came out. And even though, it doesn't hold up well, it's still hilarious.
Well, Ari Gold is definitely a top tier character because he's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, and they use the same template for Silicon Valley and for Ballers. It's the exact same thing. Put them into a corner, and then somehow some miracle saves them, and let's see what happens next season. It's just like, you.
Do you hate Silicon Valley?
Yeah, I hate Silicon. The last two.
So good.
I don't hate it. How's the word? The last two seasons, I was like, this again.
I agree with you.
TJ Miller, I realized like he's not a great person, but once he left the show, it really changed. It really changed.
Yeah.
I also have to, but I agree with Rocha because I think I know. Well, maybe I'm not saying what you're saying, but it's like there's an obstacle. They think they're going to get around it. Oh, then a different obstacle waylays them from that thing, and then they end up on top going into the next. And then
how many times did Vinny go bankrupt in Entourage?
Well, same thing in Ballers, right? How many times is The Rock about to lose that agency, and then someone out of nowhere goes, "I'll invest in you"? What?
I'm so sorry. I have some special guests coming. But it's okay. I don't know if they're here yet. I'll let you know when they're here.
I thought that was another term for having to take a shit again.
Yeah.
A special guest
today on my show. It's my run shit.
Fictional TV town, Pawnee over Springfield. I said it. You really want to live in Pawnee with all the rabid raccoons and all the obesity they have to live with? Like everything about. That's what I thought. Pawnee was like a real town, but it's fictional. And there's so many.
Are you fat shaming Pawnee?
No, I'm saying like they literally have they talk about it so much that Pawnee's like the fattest town on the planet. They talk about it in the show. I'm quoting Parks and Rec.
Like Sweetums is there.
Exactly. There's sugar in their water. This is not me. This is Leslie Knope talking.
That's one of my favorite episodes when she brings out the small size. And she goes, that's so small.
No, it's like the big one's like, how is this a child? It's like, well, it's the size of a small child. I love it. I love
that show is the best
so much.
I will take Parks and Rec over The Office every day. Every day. I
love that's a hot take, but
wow.
I can't argue it because it's after a while.
But I'm going to anyway.
After a while, some of the cringe stuff in The Office, I'm like, oh gosh, man. But Ron Swanson's the best.
Here's my argument. It's that Jim would have left that.
Hi, Spider-Man.
What'd you
say? Hi, Spider-Man.
I'm a nose.
Your nose itches.
Oh.
Everybody, this is my son Neil.
Hi, Neil.
This is my son.
Wow,
Spider-Man.
you just gave away his secret identity?
Oh,
Wow.
sorry. This is my son, Peter Parker.
That's also his secret identity.
Oh,
Oh, he's so cute.
I thought the Mandalorian was gonna come too. No. Okay. All right, baby. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Thanks for coming by, Spider-Man. Good luck saving people.
You're
Hey.
so cute. Aw,
Uh,
so cute.
Neil Narker.
I also was like, if they're gonna come on the show, they need to be wearing a mask because I'm not worried about any of our fans.
Oh, there he is.
Mandalorian's here.
Oh.
Hey.
Hi, Babaloo. You want to say hello? You say hello. Look how dirty your hand is. Were you digging in the dirt? What Dada?
No.
No, you
Put it right on the mic too. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
want to sing for them? What do you want to say?
Can you say?
Go.
Go, Keith.
Ah.
Oh, nice. Can you
Alright,
say
Mandalorian, let's
Outlaw
try this
Nation? No, no.
Can you say tune into game time earlier today at 2 p.m.?
What do you
Say,
say?
listen to the Meaning of Podcast.
Oh, subscribe to the Meaning of Podcast.
Oh.
Oh, he's just breathing into it. Okay, very good, James. All right, sweetheart, thank you so much. Bye, honey. See you soon.
Bye.
You don't want to go. I don't want to go.
No.
Okay, I'll be out soon.
Who's that not wearing a mask? Who's?
Oh, hey, Dickie, come say hi to the people. Come here. They said who's out there. There he is.
Congrats on your show, man. Congrats
They
on
said
your
congrats
show.
on your show. That's very nice. He says thank you. Yeah, so let's hope it happens.
Oh my God, I love someone calling you out, going, "That's not the Mandalorian. Get
Yeah.
alive!"
I know we took a stormtrooper mask and we colored it silver, and then I put a black streak down the middle. But
That's good. Creative.
he's been wearing it so long.
Listen.
It gets scratched off.
My daughter's Elsa costume was a Cinderella costume that had some adjustments. Okay, we all have to make sacrifices.
That's a fair point. All right, where are we at, Ben? We got
Labs.
we have 15 minutes left in the show, or a little more, maybe.
I mean, does anyone have a heart out today? I know, Logan, you got your show at 2.
I do.
Okay.
Like, what do you think? 12:30? 12:30 the latest?
12:30 latest. 12:30
I will
latest.
probably have to bounce at noon if we're being honest.
Okay.
Because I need to tag Dickie out so he can finish up his outline.
Fair
All right,
enough.
Casey Von Poland. In my opinion, Laura Palmer from Twin Peaks is one of the greatest TV characters, even though she isn't alive during the show.
Good
She's the
suggestion.
life force of the series. Every character's been affected by her somehow, and we learn more about her than most alive characters. That's also one I haven't gotten into is Twin Peaks, but I hear amazing things about it.
Yeah, David Lynch.
Yep. Tim Sim. For looking at animated characters, my favorite all time is Kevin Conroy's Batman in the animated series. That's
Yeah,
a
you
good
can't
one.
argue that. That's a good one.
Keelix, my favorite TV character is Thomas Magnum, played by Tom Selleck from my all-time favorite show, Magnum P.I.
I love it if he was like, Simon and Simon. Wait, what?
Yeah. Mark Fitzpatrick, Kate, if you get a VPN, you can log into the Irish Netflix that has The Last Dance episode available as they air. Yeah. Also, my fave characters are the Man in Black from Westworld and Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec. Those are two good ones.
I'm just like, I'd love an Irish entrance.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the Chicago Bulls. 1997 to 1998.
I'm familiar with the Irish goodbye, as Brett knows.
That's right.
After the draft, I was like, bye.
Oh, yeah. I'm an expert Irish goodbyer.
Yeah.
Hey, Rocha, can we get a movie talk reunion show? I would lose my mind over that.
Sure, if I can cast it.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
I love the movie talks that me, you, and Andres are on.
Hell yeah, those were
times.
A blast.
Yeah.
People, when you don't take it seriously, guess what kind of fun you can have. All right, go ahead, man.
Yeah. Wow. Titus Pulo and Lucius Varendas from Rome says spinning art. I never watched Rome. I hear good things though.
Rome is great.
Rome
the third
only, I think there's only 2 seasons.
Oh yeah, seconds. Well, they tried halfway through the second season. They didn't say they canceled the show, so they had while they were shooting it, so they had to truncate a third season into the second half of the season, and it really shows.
Yes.
But the first season is exceptional.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I loved that show.
Yeah.
Keelix, some of my other favorites are Dana Scully and Fox Mulder from the X-Files, Captain Kirk, and Jerry Seinfeld. Those are all good ones.
That's a good one.
Kirk was my third one. Yeah.
Sebonius, Sergeant Brad, Iceman Colbert, Generation Kill. I remember that show. Shepherd Book, Firefly, Dr. Gaius Baltar, Battlestar Galactica, and Ron Swanson, Parks and Rec. Ron's the best. Andre Arroyan. George Costanza is one of the best characters ever. Some of my other favorites are the janitor from Scrubs, Kanan Jarrus, Eddard Stark, Sean Spencer from Psych, Zap Brannigan from Futurama, and Charlie from Always Sunny. Oh, Zap Brannigan. Zap Brannigan is the best William Shatner impersonation ever.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you for that response, everybody. I really appreciate the banter.
I appreciate.
Yeah. Appreciate. There we go. That's the show right here, baby. Let's do this.
I was just gonna agree with the janitor from Scrubs, but
janitor's good. I like the janitor. He's very underrated. Tim Sim, FYI, T-Lu 2 got its pivotal scenes leaked by an unhappy employee. Many fans got angry of what happened without knowing the full story. It's being released early digitally this June as a result. What's T-Lu 2?
TLOU? I don't know.
Can someone in chat tell
The
me
Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2.
Oh, no. Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Gosh.
That's why you treat your employees well, even the ones down there testing it, because if you don't, they have no problem screwing a large company over. Yeah.
Can we talk about how fun it is to see Tim Sim? We've heard Tim Sim's name for so long, and I'm finally seeing him.
Sim.
Yeah.
Hi, Tim Sim.
Tim Sim.
Tim Sim?
Gosh. I hope I don't get those spoilers. And best TV character, it's that Lava Fairy R2 unit with arms. Rest in pieces, little droid, just doing his job.
Wait, is that the best bromance ever? R2D2 and C3PO?
Oh,
Gotta be.
You feel like
It's in the running.
That's pretty good.
I feel like more than Han and Chewie. I feel like more than Han and
it might even be better.
Chewie.
Yeah, I don't know. It might even be better than Mahershala Ali and Viggo Mortensen in Green Book. It just might be better. Just might be.
Tall order, RB3. That's a tall order.
That damn movie.
Viggo Mortensen showed him how to eat fried chicken. Like, I mean,
I can't imagine being a critic who thought that. I know. Go ahead.
Bert and Ernie. I mean,
oh wow, yeah.
Bert and Ernie, yeah.
Oh yeah, Bert and Ernie.
We didn't say gay couples, Brett. We said best romance.
Hi, Tim Sim.
It's a waving. I was gonna say it's a waving emoji. I don't know why it's not showing up here. Okay. Garth Harkness McMurray, Andre Brower as Frank Pembleton in Homicide Life on the Street. David Simon's series Before the Wire.
Yes.
Peter Falk as Columbo. Tom Baker as the Fourth Doctor. Michael Chiklis as Vic Mackey. MacGyver, Tyrion Lannister, and George Bean, a.k.a. Mr. Wiggly, in the Guild.
Thank you. I will say I looked up because I did a marathon of Doctor Who when I was a kid that MTV had it, and the Fourth Doctor, I had to look it up, was the one that I enjoyed a lot. He had a big scarf, curly hair.
That's Tom Baker. Yep.
Yeah, that was, of any of them that I watched, I think that was the one. If you want to get into Doctor Who, which I'm not into as much as I was at that point, I tried to do it with my son. Don't go to the first black and white ones.
Nope.
That's probably not the best way to get into that series.
He's a cantankerous old fool. You don't want that. Baker is where you start, and then you can jump right into Tennant and Matt Smith and skip everything else before. And I know people are going to get crazy, but that's really the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Period.
How does that feel? How does that feel, Rocha?
And what did you guys think
like
of my character on the Guild?
Yeah. It felt like four of our fans.
Going to be my third pick was going to be my favorite character was the one that Brett played on the Guild. Brett, sorry.
I believe it's on Netflix. If anybody,
Netflix on the Guild. That's my favorite character.
Do you still get residuals, Brett? Do you still get residuals?
I actually got 4 residual checks the other day that added up to $13.74.
I love that you said that. Great.
I love it.
Oh, Kate has some residuals from earlier.
No,
I thought that's what you need to leave.
This is from The Ugly Truth. That's $6.67, y'all.
Nice.
Hey.
Oh, you guys are still getting dollars. I respect that. Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, there's a bar in Studio City called Residuals, and I don't know if they do it anymore, but if you came in with a residuals check under $1, they'd give you a free drink.
Yes.
I didn't know that was still around.
The bar is, I don't know if they still do that offer, but I know they used to.
Isn't that where they set Barry in the first season? They end up at residuals every after the acting classes. Well, by the way,
that was going to be one of my characters, Barry. Oh, yeah, so good.
We just rewatched all 2 seasons over 3 days, and that show is so damn good. And NoHo Hank is the best.
I'm totally biased. I'm totally biased about Anthony Kerrigan, but I think NoHo Hank is that show.
He's so good.
I love him.
Oh, Lucas Schilling for call to action. Nice.
Love it. Bobby Gucci.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Punch the Fart Box is back. Some of my favorites are Sandy and Seth Cohen from the OC. Good stuff.
Oh.
Michael Kelso, George Costanza, Darius from Atlanta, Al Bundy, Frank Romano, Omar, and Marlo from The Wire.
Marlo. I haven't.
Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, Rustin Cole from True Detective Season 1, and Gus from Psych. Yeah, we haven't talked True Detective. Both McConaughey and Harold. Great. That's another duo right there. They didn't have a bromance. They hated each other.
They were working on the show?
No, just from
characters.
Right. Memo from MX. Love to see the Monday crew back. For me, 2 great comedy characters are Phoebe from Friends and Samantha from Sex and the City. Keep it safe, guys. Yeah. Never watched that.
By the way, Sex and the City, damn good show. I'm gonna say that.
I haven't watched Sex and the City. I was talking about.
I got forced into watching that 3-hour piece of shit.
The movie. Yeah.
Review and Play 23. Sean Spencer from Psych, JD from Scrubs, and Michael Weston from Burn Notice. All great characters that I love to see. They aren't the typical macho characters either. They allow themselves to be vulnerable and comfortable with who they are. Yeah, it's very true. I never saw Burn Notice, but I like that lead actor. He's good.
Jeffrey Donovan.
Yeah, and he's in Fargo Season 2.
Dude, you can't even mention.
I thought you were saying Jeffrey Dahmer. I was like,
Best.
wow.
In another life. Hey, take that.
Yeah.
That's enough for chill to action. Take that down. That's enough.
Not necessarily chill to action, but Tom Dagnino. That was
That's really why.
Put the $20 one, then we'll leave it up longer. What?
Good morning, crew. I realize I've loved the old grumpy uptight characters in sitcoms, so I love Red Foreman from That 70s Show, Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec, and Raymond Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Honorable mention, Round 4 Rocha from MTS.
That's good. By the way, Ron Swanson is my spirit animal. That is there's no character ever written in TV that I felt such an affinity for and was like, I would like to be him in my life. I wish I could be him in my life because everything about him.
Good old turf and turf. Love that.
Right.
No. Bring me all the bacon and all the eggs you have. I would totally go to a strip club if it had the best breakfast buffet every single time. Absolutely.
Now, what you heard me say is bring all the bacon and eggs, and I feel like you just mean bring a lot. Bring me all the bacon and eggs you have. For one of your Schmodown entrances, you just need to walk up to the desk and have a note that says, I can do what I want, Ron Swanson. Don't worry, I have a permit. I can do whatever I want.
I will absolutely the last year I do Schmodown, I'll probably cosplay for every entrance. It would really come out as Ron Swanson with the thing tucked in and the mustache.
Oh. You got to go to the Tiger Woods after he has sex, the red polo.
Or the kimono with Tammy.
Yes, with the braids. Helix, a character that doesn't get enough love, and another one of my favorites is Fraser Crane, played by Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, yeah.
Between Cheers and Fraser, played Fraser for 20 years. His brother Niles, played by David Hyde Pierce, was so good too. Fraser's awesome.
Yeah.
PC, Lucille Ball's so great. Jay Scott says Jan Brady never gets enough love. It's always Marsha.
RB3, you don't understand that, but laugh at it, okay?
That's funny.
That's his white person laugh.
White TV.
Josh Barnett not able to watch live. But Chuck Bartowski is the single greatest TV character ever. Also, Dan Rydell from Sorkin's Sports Night is an underrated gem, and Josh Charles is the best.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah. I think nobody said. Sheridan, go ahead. Sorry, Brett.
Oh no, it wasn't anything poor. I was just saying I was leaning in to hear you better, but I have headphones on. That was just kind of an old man. I was like,
This is also
video and still doing the show every day. That's why.
by the way, this is Brett's low key way of saying you need to turn your mic up.
no. It was just it's cutting out. It was just back on top.
I had that issue the other day, dude. I was looking for something. I was like, "Where's my computer?" And I'm it's like literally sitting right in front of me. I'm like, "How can I? Where is it?" And I'm walking around multiple rooms, and then I go, "Son of a bitch!" And it was literally sitting there right in front of me.
Where is my phone? Like I'm about to walk out the door. Where's my phone? Like, what is going on?
I used the flashlight on my phone to try to find my phone. No joke.
Dang, I can't wait to get old, man. This sounds amazing.
It's awesome, dude.
It'll happen when you least expect it, RB3. Let me tell you. I was on my phone late to a movie, and I'm arguing with my friend. He's like, "You got to leave now." I said, I can't find my phone. And he goes, "What are you talking to me on?" And there was just this pause. And I was just said, "I'll be right there." It was the worst. It was the worst. It was the worst. Oh
Mine is John. And John, since you're a Liverpool fan, how do you think Stevie G is doing at my Rangers?
I think he's doing fine, and he'll be managing Liverpool once Klopp moves on, guaranteed. There you go. That's your answer.
Awesome.
Period.
Brendan Gallagher. One of the funniest characters, I think, is Leon from Curb Your Enthusiasm, and underrated show and characters Liv Moore from iZombie. Great show. I've never watched it.
Leon's great, man. That's my boy, JB Smooth. That's what I'm talking about.
No.
Keelex, another favorite is the late, great John Ritter as Jack Tripper in Three's Company. That show is just pure fun, and John Ritter's physical comedy was genius.
Yeah. Well, but who's your favorite Furley?
That wasn't really
It's Mr. Furley or Mr. Ropa?
Yeah. Is it Roper or Furley? What do you come on?
Furley.
Eric Lane, here are some comedy ones. Sean, James Roday on Psych. So much of his funny was improv from Tenacious D, KG, and JB. That's another bromance right there. Interestingly, it's after its last episode, it was replaced in its time slot by The Sopranos. Interesting cameo in the last episode, Jesus Ranch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Keelex, I have to give some love to another favorite that nobody probably remembers or talks about, Northern Exposure. The entire cast was so good, not sure I can pick a favorite. I haven't heard of that. Which?
Yeah, it was like a 90s show. I remember my parents watching it.
Okay.
And it was God, there's that woman. You would recognize
your parents.
the woman.
Oh, your parents.
My parents. Oh, by the way, the reason I didn't like Friends is because I was always doing my homework. My parents wouldn't let me watch it when I could have watched it. So there's that.
Janine Turner, I think, is the name of the actress who played in Northern Exposure. I think.
PLD.
My favorite TV show of all time is The Wonder Years, and the best actor I think is Dan Lauria as Jack Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Lauria is great in that character. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Great. Winnie was one of my first crushes. Cody Allen, I agree with RB3. Legion is the best comic book show.
It's there.
Crash Panda, Guilfoyle, and Dinesh from Silicon Valley over Joey and Chandler. That's good.
I agree with that too.
I wish that Silicon Valley wasn't ending because I want to see how they were going to shoot around what's his name being so yoked out of his mind now.
Oh, Ninjani?
Oh, yeah.
I want to see him like wearing like just like baggy sweatshirts the entire show. He's so huge.
Well, listen, you can just imagine it because they're just going to end it by cutting to black.
Oh, it's already over, isn't it? I think it's already over.
Oh,
It is
okay.
over.
Then that joke doesn't work.
Sugar Gum, shout out to the month of April for lasting 3 days to combat the 5 years March felt like. My favorite characters are Nora from Leftovers, Daniel Holden in Rectify, and lastly, Fleabag. I just relate to it so much.
Yeah.
I need to finish Fleabag. I've started it. I liked it. Never went back to it.
What about Villanelle from Killing Eve? That's a great character, right? Sheridan?
I was going to bring that one up. And Sandra Oh, both of them in that. I haven't gotten, and I didn't realize, I go, honey, the 3rd season just dropped. She goes, honey, we haven't watched the 2nd season yet. Oh, okay. We should check, well, let's check that one out too.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
Heisenberg, Gus Fring, Ahsoka, Baby Yoda, Barney Stinson, Ron Swanson, Andy Dwyer, Ari Gold, Frank Reynolds. Love you guys. Those are some good ones right there. And then Joe H. Clearly, the GOAT is B. Arthur in Golden Girls.
Is Joe H.B. Arthur got to get it?
Nah.
He might be. He might be.
I'm more of a Rue McClanahan, but go ahead.
I said water
Over
lily.
on Streamlabs, Jesse Creech, love all you guys. I'm a $10 Schmodown Patreon member. What's everyone's favorite, best made, and best performance out of all Tom Cruise films? Also, can I hear Luke Skywalker? It was $20, RB3, so give me a little bit of Luke talking about Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is one of my favorite actors of all time. He was great in that plane picture. What was it called? Top Gun? I want to be a Top Gun. I want to be a pilot. I want to fly for the Empire. I need to get to the Tashi converter, get some stations. I need to get some power. Well, Darth Vader's my father. He's a pilot too. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Luke Skywalker.
That's it.
I have to bounce off.
Okay.
But I will say I've loved Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I
That's
love you
broken.
all. This was so
Okay.
much fun.
Thank you, Kate.
Bye, Kate.
Bye,
Love you.
I love you all. I love you all. Goodbye.
Bye, Kate. Bye, Kate.
There goes Kate. And then Lucas, great job continuing that campaign for Chill Action tonight with Tom Magneto PLD, but you forgot to modify the cents for Ben's benefit. Oh, yeah, the 69 cents for me. Thank you so much, Lucas.
Imagine if you fools pooled your money together, you could do a $20 donation, stay up a little bit longer. Anyway, all right, let's keep going.
Please give Dark on Netflix a try. Okay. It's just hard to read through the swamp that is Netflix. Like, there is good stuff in there, but it's hard to like pick out what's good.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I remember even after Tiger King, like it was like a week before Tiger King, like you saw people tweeting about it. I still had to search for it. It wasn't even on the front page or anything. Like they didn't even know it was going to blow up or anything like that. All right, we got a few more Streamlabs. Let me head over there.
Okay.
We got Luke Skywalker, SAS 82. Favorite TV characters: Jack Bauer, Tony Almeida, House, Raylan Givens, Boyd Crowder, Mulder and Scully, Sidney and Jack Bristow, Arvin Sloan, best TV villain ever.
Yes.
Who's Arvin Sloan from?
Alias.
Alias. Okay, gotcha. Jack Shepard, John Locke, Ben Linus, Carrie Matheson, and Saul Berenson, John Reese, and Finch. That is a list right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, we got a few more, then we're going to head out of here, guys.
Okay.
Peggy Gubbins, just a friendly heads up. About 2 hours ago, Josh Gad released a Zoom reunion that he hosted with the cast of The Goonies on his YouTube channel.
Oh.
I know what I'll be watching after the show now.
Not me.
Goonies is one of those things where I might like just dig my heels in the earth and never watch because I don't think I'm going to like it because it's
You're not-
like I'm not a kid.
I'm missing anything. You're not missing anything.
I don't miss anything.
I love the
Red RB3, have
Goonies.
you guys seen The Goonies?
I have.
I loved it.
I mean, yeah, it's not my time, but Brett, you could probably speak more to it.
Yeah, I mean, I was, I probably was the same age as them. I don't know when it came out, but I was probably that I was with them on that journey. Sorry.
And that's the thing is that like I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not a kid, I'm not gonna like it, but you have to grow up with the Goonies to feel like truly appreciate it. And
Yeah.
I wish I would have watched it as a kid, honestly, but I just never did.
Yeah, it was 85.
And by the way,
Cody,
for the call to action people commenting, I was just ball busting. I get it. Yes, you're big
Yeah.
donators. I get it. I make sure I
of
don't
course.
get
Yeah.
all right.
don't-
These PCs chiming in
Actually,
already.
Never complain about ball busting, okay?
Yeah, please.
Cody Allen, love Bill Hader, but Hank is the best part of Barry. He really is great.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still love Bill Hader more though. Like Bill Hader is just so good.
He's a
Yeah.
great actor on that show.
He is. I can't like that is my most anticipated season for season 3 for Barry is I can't wait. Douglas Johnson, President Jed Bartlett played the amazing Martin Sheen on West Wing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jed Bartlett on West Wing is some of the best ever.
Big thumbs
And
up on that.
I believe that's it.
Okay.
I think I got everything. Yeah, I think that's everything, guys.
Wow.
Awesome.
Woo!
All right. Well,
Amazing.
thank you all so much for watching this live episode of SEN Live on this Monday morning. You know, the Monday crew back together again. And just like always, off the rails, crazy, fun stuff. We got some special guests who chimed in here from Kate's house, the House of Doors there. It was great to see her kids. And, of course, it was great to get all your super chats, all your Streamlabs, and all your comments. It was great to read all of them. They're incredibly funny. I want to thank Brett Sheridan for coming on. Brett Sheridan, anything you plug in or doing?
Yeah, I just do the show 5 days a week.
Lucky you. And then RB3, what are you up to, my man?
I'm just shaking and moving in the streets of the coast, streets of Compton, California. So you can find me there. You can find me here at First Cut. Subscribe to First Cut on YouTube. The Meaning Up podcast. We have a lot of great guests. We have Mark Ellis on this week to talk Back to the Future. We have Paulo Yama coming on this coming up week. Former Schmodown champion, Drip, Swag Squad. And then we also going to be having Danny Fernandez on too. I hope I can say this, John Rocha. We're going to have you on very soon as well. So we have a great bevy of guests that's going to be lining up for the Meaning Up podcast. So make sure you subscribe, give us a like and a review on Apple Podcasts and all across the board.
There you go. Ben Goddard, what do you got, brother?
Today at 4:30 p.m., me and Sabrina Ramirez are going to be doing our cocktails and casting for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I posted a Twitter video on how to make our cocktail, the Moon Margarita, so make sure you guys check that out. And then all other stuff, twitch.tv/the Ben Goddard. I've got blind spots on Thursdays, Sunday coffee. So I'm everywhere, guys. I'm everywhere, just like I'm trying to hustle like Rocha does.
Yeah. You can find me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and Instagram. Of course, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/John Rocha Says. Go and get involved in that, and my Patreon as well. All new shows coming down for that, patreon.com/John Rocha. But today, 2 p.m. PT, game time. I got Jay Washington and I got Winston Marshall. Stop by. We're going to talk about the NFL draft. Jameis Winston possibly going to the Bucs, and a bunch of other stuff as well, including reviewing The Last Dance episodes 3 and 4. But this is SEN Live, and this is where you need to be subscribing, you need to be donating your Patreon, joining all the tiers they got going on there. Take a look and get involved, and we'll talk to you next time on a brand new episode of SEN Live. Take care until then.